Mind Flayer Nautiloid. Yep,
Hello!
your voice isn't coming through.
No, it is. Hello, and welcome to Spelljammer, Part 2, The Light of Xaryxis, Episode 7, run by me, DM of the Beholder, and streamed on the ever-accommodating, wonderful, he's going to sack me at some point, Heavyweight Gaming. Yes, we are back. And
Heavyweight RPG.
because... Oh, crap, Heavyweight RPG. And because Biggie was whinging, I think the music is actually too loud for the stream now. So
It's fine.
okay,
Bing,
but yes, we're back. Sorry it took so long. Very, very, very sorry it took so long. But you know, life gets in the way. To paraphrase the sexy and wonderful Dr. Ian Malcolm. But yes, we are sorry. We're very, very sorry. I have said sorry to these fine folks many times, and I know
We haven't accepted yet.
I know they've told me, "Don't worry about it. It happens." But I know they
Who said
all secretly hate me, and it's seething. I've got the messages. They're on the Discord, Tony. I will turn the stream into just streaming the Discord messages. Don't try and ghost me. I am the Dungeon Master. But yes, welcome. Before we get into it, our sponsors, if I can remember who they are. They're on the screen. Wonderful. Right, yes. First and foremost, as always, we have the fantastic, amazing, wonderful Loki Battle Mats, a UK-based TTRPG accessory creator. There are many books of battle mats, little, big, giant sizes, and their modular book sets are full of amazing artwork and an awesome backdrop to any tabletop role-playing game. To find out more, you can search Loki Battle Mats, Loke, on most social media platforms, or just click on the link in chat to pop over to lokibattlemats.com, where you can shop their physical maps, or pop over to Drive-Thru RPG, where you can shop for their digital maps as well, that are compatible with most virtual tabletops. Go show them some love, tell them we sent you. They're amazing. Second, the wonderful Sirenscape. Many of the background sounds, the ambient noise, and the background music you will be hearing tonight are provided by our wonderful sponsor, Sirenscape. It is very simple. You can, if you want to add a bit of ambience or get your players more engaged with your game, pop over to sirenscape.com. where you don't even have to subscribe. You can sign in. You get access to 20 sound sets for free to start you off with a tense dungeon background music, some dripping water, some crackling fire, or even, as always, just to make Sparky happy, a well-placed Wilhelm scream. But yes, just pop over to sirenscape.com, tell them we sent you, because epic games need epic sound. Our third sponsor, still apparently, you know, what have you done for us lately? Our third sponsor is the newest sponsor we have, but by no means the least. Is the wonderful Sparky and Co. For all of your tabletop miniature needs. You can in fact see when I get him up on screen, Sparky's mini printing workshop in the background. Not yet, Sparky. I'll let you know. But yes, please follow the link in chat. Pop over to their Etsy store. And you too, if you want to, by using the code HEAVY12. Sparky, I need a response.
Yes.
HEAVY12?
No, just heavy.
Just heavy. You too can get yourself a barbarian-sized D12% discount. But yes, pop over to Sparky and Co. If you haven't already, follow them on TikTok. And their dulcet tones will entertain you with many, many miniature printing mishaps.
Hobbyists.
Exactly. But yes, so now you get to see everyone else's very pretty faces, apart from Tom, who will be late. but we have
He's down on farm.
quite successfully, I think, moved the cameras around. Why are you covering the camera now? People want to look at your. People will want to look at your.
Workshop.
Because I was zooming it.
Ah, okay. Right.
Obviously.
There's loads of other announcements. There's loads of other stuff to say. Socials. Yes, you can find our wonderful community on many, many, many different social medias. Do the Beholder one as well. There we go. You can click on both of those links. The top one, Heavyweight RPG, that link tree, you can go and you can join AD's Discord. And you can join the Heavyweight YouTube, and you can join the Heavyweight Spotify, and you can join the Heavyweight Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Or, because I'm nicer than AD, if you click on the link below it, you can join both of our Discords and both of our Spotifys and both of our YouTube channels and all of our socials. But yes, please go, click, like, subscribe, follow, join, whatever you need to do to get involved with a wonderful community of awesome nerds and fantastic storytellers. And
us.
And us. And, of course, if you haven't noticed already, having watched many of the streams that we do, if you join the Discord, you will eventually be invited to stream something with us. That actually leads me on quite nicely, streaming something with us, to the major announcement, in fact, of course, of this year. Heavyweight RPG, the community, many of the players and the people, even the people you see on screen here, have spent the last few years raising money for some wonderful charities, some very good causes, and have raised with 24 hours, a 49 hour, 3 24 hours, a 49 hour, and of tabletop, computer gaming, just general nerdiness, have managed to raise up to £8,000 for various charities. This year, we are going to try and raise £8,000 in 1 week. From the 24th to the 28th of July, over my birthday week. Some people that I've never met in real life before, and some that I have, maybe wish that I hadn't, will be descending on my house for 1 week to trash my plumbing, but also, more importantly, to
That's
play
just 80.
60 hours of D&D. 12 hours a day, Monday to Friday. We will be playing 60 hours of When Glory Is Not Enough, our Monday night regular stream. Regular, if you could, we've been off for a couple of weeks, but our regular Monday night stream When Glory Is Not Enough. So yes, please, if you want to help raise money for Papyrus, Shelter UK, or MS UK, click on the Just Giving link in chat, share it with your friends, share it with everybody. Please. Pretty please.
And Papyrus.
I said Papyrus.
Did you?
Yeah, Papyrus, Shelter UK, and MS UK.
I missed that first bit.
Okay, I thought you'd frozen, to be fair, so I'm not surprised. But yes, I think those are the only important announcements. Do you feel sorry for the adventurers? Monkey face! Donate 200 bits or cheers to give the party a reroll. They can't be used on the DM or death saving throws, and they don't roll over to the following week. The DM can also earn a hero point or a reroll if you donate 500 bits. But yes, we're back. Here we go. Is everyone ready for some D&D?
Yes.
Apart from Tom,
Yes.
who obviously is not ready. And I will not be looking at the chat. So if Tom comes back or says anything, someone else has to reply to them. Okay?
You mean we'll jump for you and look at the chat as well? It was just fucking rude.
Yeah. If you're in the game, if you're in the stream, you're automatically like a member of staff, man. That's it.
We're the real heroes around here.
Yeah, exactly. The support crew.
Be your hero, baby.
What are we playing?
D&D?
Which bit?
The
Spelljammer.
bit where we fight
yes.
lots of people bit?
No, I remember now.
Oh, fuck.
I think.
Okay, so the Mad Dragon Queen Horde.
They've already got two adventures of that. Rise of Tiamat and Dragonlance. Play very differently, but, you know, same BVG, right? Okay, so...
Roll for initiative.
No. What I was
Thank
going
you.
what I was going
Not
to
yet.
s- what I was going to say was, so far in Spelljammer Part 2, The Light of Xaryxis, to save their world from the Xaryxian Empire, our party embarked on a dangerous voyage across wild space. Along the way, they joined forces with the Gift Commodore, helped the vampiric captain quell a mutiny, but unfortunately lost his ship, and rescued a princess from the brig of that very same ship. Not just any princess, though. It transpired that she was the daughter of their enemy. Making strange allegiances then, but needing a much larger force to take on the Xaryxian Empire, you continued on your way out of realm space and into the astral sea, bound for doom space and Commodore Crux's old friend, Warwick Blastimoff. Where we left off then, you had just breached the strange magical shell of realm space. And through the shards of darkness, you burst forth into the beautiful white open space of the astral sea. Routine very quickly comes to you aboard ship. Crux explains along the way that it is going to take... He doesn't really know the time or how it works, but it's going to take perhaps a week, or it will feel like a week to you. But in real space, realm space, doom space, and beyond, it will feel much more like a couple of days have passed. You go about your business, repairing what little is left of the damage caused by the exploding ghost vampire vessel. It's not a ghost ship. What would you like to do aboard the ship while you are traveling?
Have a long rest.
You can all have a long rest.
Yes.
Except yes.
No,
Except
not that I
yes.
need to.
Yaz can have a long rest
Right.
too.
Fucking show off.
Long rest. Long rest.
Not that I need to, because I didn't play with any bombs.
I was sitting in a seat, I think.
Boom. Oh, I didn't mean boom, but hey, there we go.
Where's Yaz? Hang on.
Over there.
Let's give Yaz a long rest as well. There we go. Boom. Long rest. Fantastic.
Don't say anything boom near yours, he'll die.
That is true. That is true. What would you like to do after then your long rest as you settle into the crew, as you settle into life aboard ship?
How long do I think this journey is going to take us?
Well, you're the pilot. What does?
About a week.
About a week. I'm the
I'll-
pilot,
I'll-
not the navigator.
I'll check my gyroscope.
Are you asking in
Oh, wait.
character?
It's not.
In character, I think.
Were you asking in character?
No, I was just asking.
Oh, right. Okay.
What's that thing called that I've got again? Because it's not calibrated. I'm just going to work on, making sure that calibrates as we travel.
Oh, the wild space orrery.
Yeah,
Wild
the
space
orrery.
orrery.
Yeah.
When you try and use the wild space orrery in the astral sea, nothing happens.
Fucking piece of shit. Oh dear, there seems to be a problem.
However-
Maybe it just doesn't work out here.
It is probably quite easy to work out that it is specifically meant to show your space relative to other astral bodies while in a wild space system. The astral sea is
Oh.
probably too vast for its magic to comprehend.
I need a bigger one.
I can make you one. What? How big do you want it?
As big as it needs to be.
I think that's my personal choice.
You two are talking about the same thing, aren't you?
Of
I don't
course.
know. I think so.
As I walk past.
Hippler's going to mostly keep to themselves,
Okay.
concentrating on piloting, making sure my equipment. I can't talk. Wow, that's good for D&D. Working on my equipment, making sure it's all ship shape, and yeah, mostly keeping an eye on the helm.
What type of ship shape are you going to make your equipment?
Hippo ship.
Ah, Hipley, your gun now looks like a hippo ship.
That would be a big gun.
There's a song about that.
First
I want
day.
to try fishing.
Okay. Roll me a perception check.
Who's that?
Sorry, stats.
10.
10.
Yeah.
You're not quite sure. There aren't that many fish.
No.
They might be hiding in the vast, endless, rolling white and silver clouds of the astral sea, but you can't see any.
Don't seem to be many fish around these parts.
Who are you saying that to?
Whoever's around me.
Everyone is always around you at all times.
Oh, there we go then.
Hipley will be below deck in the hammock.
Apart from Hipley.
I'm just pottering around on the deck, finding things to do, things to repair, as is
Yeah, Fang's just trying to keep busy.
autonomous duties. Oh, there's the vampire captain on board, isn't there, as well?
There is.
Yeah, every time I see them, I want to side-eye them.
Okay. The vampire captain spends most of at least the first day of the journey, just kind of walking around. You can see him kind of checking the cleanliness. And every time he wipes his finger along something expecting dust, just comes back with earth of the forest floor kind of thing, and then looks around realizing, yes, living ship. However, he does at some point on the first day come up on deck, finding a barrel, and presents or takes a few cups out of his coat. And you can hear a rattling sound as he stares down at the top of the barrel and throws something at it constantly.
I want to investigate.
Without going up to him? From afar?
I want to get a bit closer. Still side-eyeing.
Okay. Then perception check.
Okay. That's better. That's a 17.
Okay. He appears to be rolling a large number of dice in a cup. And then as he lifts the cup up and unveils them, just you can see him kind of counting. Every once in a while he'll nod to himself. Other times his eyes kind of just get quite squinty, as if he's angry with the dice. Other times they open wide, as if he's quite shocked. He just seems to be playing a dice game with himself. There are three cups, but he's only using one of them.
My untrusting self doesn't want to go over to them on my own, so I just want to see if anybody else is around with me.
Yeah,
I think
Come and have
Fang
a look.
would be interested, maybe.
Okay. Fang, Bobby. Okay. Ook. No.
That spending the first couple of days drying out a little bit.
Okay.
Oh dear.
All right.
Oh yeah.
I'll be on hand to provide medical assistance if needed.
Okay. And Hipley's downstairs, and Yaz is pretending he's captain when Prax isn't around somewhere. Okay.
Captain Yaz!
So, you approach, and as you do, the vampire just kind of glances up at you. Ah, good. I was wondering when you might approach me. I thought of getting my dice out, just to do something to pass the time.
What is it you're playing?
This is a game of the Astral Sea. It is called Dead Hands Dice. Would you like to play?
Don't believe I'm familiar with the rules for this one.
Playing is the best way to learn, but very simply, choose however many dice you wish and shake them in a cup. You all shake, reveal, and the player with the highest total wins. Anyone, however, who rolls a 1 automatically loses. Would you like to play?
Yeah, why not?
I can give you 1 round as a practice. To continue to play, you must have the gold.
What are the stakes?
5 gold per game.
Does there stakes round him?
You're not there.
Okay.
Why not?
Who will play?
Just say there's 3 cups, including his.
3
I'll
cups,
let
including
those
his.
I'll let those 2 play, and I will watch
Okay. So,
with my untrustworthy.
the practice round. How many dice do you wish? And he takes a pouch from his side and just shakes it, and you can hear the sound of many bone dice kind of clicking against each other.
Well, having not played this game before, I'll let you decide.
Everyone's choice is their own. I will be choosing 4 for this round. How many d6s would you like to roll? At the same time.
4 sounds reasonable.
Yeah, what I'm saying is you might be limited to how many d6s you have in front of you. So
I've got
how many would you like
Yeah,
to roll?
I've plenty.
Fucking hell,
I realised then, what am I saying? I'm talking to D&D players. We're not limited by the amount of d6s we have in front of us.
Let's
You're
let's,
talking to an ex-Warhammer player.
Yeah.
let's start with 4 then, is it?
4?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I have a little pin to roll to shake them in as well.
Roll the dice.
Oh well, I've lost.
Oh no.
Ooh.
He kind of looks at your reveal. Then, Fluffy.
I've got a 1, so I lost.
Unfortunately, you have lost this round. But it was only a practice. Bobby,
Because the DM called you Fluffy. That's what...
He
17.
doesn't know that name, yeah.
the DM called you Fluffy. He didn't call you Fluffy. 17. Okay. Ah, very good. I only have 14. You win this round. Would you like to play for money?
Yeah.
Very well.
They won.
So, takes a small ingot that you've learnt by now is worth about 5 gold pieces, at least in the currency of whatever they use out here. Places it down on the barrel in the center.
5 down.
Okay.
Yeah.
15 gold pieces. I will go for 6 this time.
How many?
6.
I'm going to stick with 4.
I'm gonna go for 5.
Ooh.
Very well. Roll the dice.
6.
What? You just say shit.
I got 2 ones this time.
Oh, fuck.
Same.
So, you got 2 ones. Okay. 6, 12, 14, 16, 20, 25. And you can see the dice in front of him. There's not a 1 in sight. Looks like I win this time.
Yeah.
Perhaps you should not have used your beginner's luck on a practice round.
I haven't used any luck on anyone yet.
Would anyone like to play again?
Double or quits?
Nicky doesn't want to, but I think Fang needs the distraction, so yes.
Double or 10 gold. Very well.
Fang's just gonna give Bobby a look. Like, what are you doing?
I will go for 7 dice this time.
I'm gonna go 6 because that's how many I've got out.
I've got another tin of them somewhere. I don't know where they
I got
are.
more, but
Okay, and
6 is my critical number.
roll the dice.
Oh my god! No
Oh.
ones. And so
Oof.
many 6s.
Yeah. Any ones, Biggie?
Nope. Nope.
No.
Nope.
Oof.
Uh,
Fang. There are no ones
28.
before you, I see. 28. Bobby.
28.
12. 38.
No way.
31.
Oh.
Oh, whatever.
33.
Wow.
33.
I want to see if he cheated.
Alright. Do you want to play another round and I'll point the camera at the dice tray?
I didn't mean the DM. I meant the vampire. But
Well, I'm rolling the dice. I'm not just making the number up off the top of my head.
D&D.
I
All
could-
we ever
I
do
could-
is
I
make
could-
the fu- Exactly. That's
You
why
lot
I'm
might.
watching.
But no. Thank you for playing. If you have any more, I'm sure I could be persuaded to play again. This is a long voyage with very little to do.
I think we were just unlucky there, but good rolling.
Perhaps try again tomorrow.
Who knows? Maybe.
And he collects up his... What is it now? 45 gold. Back off the barrel and walks off. So you've both lost 15 gold.
Already done.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Other than that, the vampire captain, Grimzod Garganhill, keeps very much to himself. Apart from the times where you can find him sequestered away with Topola. Though you're not quite sure what is going on when they are behind closed doors, because she is equally or as often angry with him as she is flirtatious with him, so it is unclear what exactly is transpiring.
Sounds like a standard relationship.
For the most part, however, Topola can be found over the next few days sitting above deck as, you know, Hipley has taken over flying duties. And Topola, there seems to be like an array of just an assortment of just trash out in front of her, laid out on a blanket, quite carefully though. It's just bits and bobs, just
Like cheese. Cool.
thrown about. Not cheese, but it looks like
Okay,
she's
fill it.
got a very delicate kind of picnic blanket. She's just got bits and pieces, like there's screws and wire
Like
and
and for a car boot sale.
wool. No, it's just random items, broken pieces of machinery, of ship, some fish scales. There's
Tom's gonna be 5 minutes.
after the first day, thinking your behavior is quite strange. On the second day, she walks up to you, Fang.
Okay.
Well, she rises when she sees you walking along the deck, and she hops up quickly. Well, hello. I made you a gift. If you have a moment to have a look.
Oh. Go have a look.
Okay. And she hands you a fishing lure. The fishing lure is made of a beautifully wrought, almost silver, but not made from silver, but it shines like silver in the lights around you. Hook. Surrounding the hook, then, is a gorgeous mix of coloured strings, feathers of colours you didn't know existed, from birds that you've never seen before. But the way that the feathers and the string are put together, it strangely, when you hold it away from you, looks like a nautiloid.
Where's Tom? We didn't him.
Not fucking you.
That's a mind flayer nautiloid.
That's a mind flayer nautiloid. But yes. And then when you're done looking down at it and you look back up at her, you see that Topola has skipped away from you and is now sitting once more on her blanket with her mess of trash in front of her. But you now notice that every once in a while she'll pick through it and find something particularly shiny or in one piece, something of a particular shape. And then she'll draw it to her chest, and you can see her like fingers working on something in her hands that she's trying to hide from everyone. You would surmise that she is making fishing lures.
Yeah.
This guess is correct. When on the third day, Stats still looking around the astral sea, desperate to see whatever kind of fish might exist out here. You too see behind you, Stats, or you feel Topola's approach. And as you turn, Topola hands you a fishing pole. The fishing pole
Thank you.
appears to be made out of a branch from Starbow, the ent who lives on the living tree. However, the branch is unnaturally straight.
Did it hurt?
What, are you talking to Starbow now?
No, I'm talking to Topola.
No, it looks, as you look down at it, it looks as if it's been grown perfectly straight. Something unheard of in nature. But it looks like it was it grew this way. It was not kind of machined this way. The bark on it feels incredibly comfortable and soft in your hands as you grasp the handle part of the fishing pole. And from the line, you can also see then another fishing lure. This one is sparkly, bright, and it is, as you look closer at it and kind of cast it back to you, you can see that it is almost like a bell, but it is a bell in the shape of a short, kind of dumpy little auto gnome that, as you jingle it, reminds you of a bell that you would hang around like a cat's neck.
This is wonderful.
Biggie,
Thank
can you kick your other camera so that
Don't do that. You
so
might
that
break
Tony's
it.
in the right place? Tom, can you turn your camera on? There we go.
Ah, Captain, our Captain.
But yes, you have been given a fishing pole and a lure.
Thank you so much. Is this for me?
She just kind of smiles at you. Of course.
I mean to keep, not just to borrow.
Well, yes. When I find myself bored on these long voyages, I tend to busy my hands by making gifts for my favorites.
I thank you so much. I hope I will catch something.
The fish out here, they tend to go for very different things than those you might find on a planet. So you'd be perhaps a little bit more successful fishing with sound, light, as you would be with live bait.
I see. I think I understand. More to attract from a distance.
Mm-hmm.
Do I add fishing tackle to my inventory now?
You can. Fishing rod
Yeah.
and lure, if you wish.
Yeah, it doesn't have rod, it's just fishing tackle. Includes a wooden rod, silken line, corkwood bobbers, steel hooks, sledge. That, basically.
Okay. You wanted to try some astral fishing?
Yes, I fucking do.
Okay. Cool. How
And
long?
I've got to catch pizza and chips.
How long would you like to spend fishing?
A week.
The rest of the day.
The rest of the day. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I would like you
Roll
to
initiative.
make me
Poor shark.
a survival check, please.
Oh shit.
I spoke too soon.
Ooh. Ho ho! 24.
24.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay. Roll a d10.
Oh shit. 5.
5. Okay.
Correct.
Hang on. 'Cause I need to go.
Make an athletics check.
No, you're good. Pretty much. Probably.
Oh shit. Is this like Stardew Valley fishing?
You caught
Some-
spectacles.
For some reason my Google Drive isn't working, so I can't use the wonderful homebrew created by my friend Nick. So no, god damn you. Where's that gone? There it is. Okay. So takes you about an hour However, after the hour, you do feel, at the same time as you hear the bell kind of jingle, before the jingle becomes much more muted, and you feel a tug, a tug on the line. Someone takes something, just kind of grabs the lure. So as you are trying to reel this fish in, unhindered then by any kind of gravity plane, you fish like you have never fished before. You are fighting in all directions, left, right, up, down. As the fish flies above you, you move instead of like along the side of the ship, as you would if it was traveling up and down one side of the ship. It takes you from one side of the ship to the other, like over the deck, as you try and kind of step over like ropes and try and avoid all of the sails.
Sorry, Fang, was that your tail?
And just creating a tail.
Eventually, though, you do manage to reel it in, and in front of you, you find a large golden fish. It is about 1.5 feet long.
Oh my gosh, it's half my size.
Covered in pearlescent golden scales. Its 3 eyes look like sapphires. One large eye in the center of its forehead, and then 2 smaller eyes on either side.
It's
And
fish from Springfield.
it just kind of it blinks at you. However,
Is there anybody near me?
there is.
Look
I know
what
paying
I
attention,
caught.
though.
Look what I caught.
Round of applause.
Fang's just looking at you reproachfully for stepping on his tail.
The kid likes a fish.
Not that it would mean anything to you, stats, but having seen, fish large enough to feed people before, you reckon you'd get maybe 3 meals out of this? If you're going to make it into a stew, maybe 6? It was very
I
tiring.
can feed the crew.
Would you like to try and catch another one or leave it?
I want more.
Okay.
Totally addicted to fishing. Wow.
Okay.
Fang's gonna go hide below deck.
Okay. While you're fishing, then,
Yes.
for the rest of you, so you've got Fang, Bobby, you've been gambling. Ook, you are spending your time drying out.
Drying out a little bit. So
Okay.
around like second day, beginning of third day, kind of like will suddenly reappear.
Okay.
Still like, reeking of the alcohol, still a little bit merry, but like probably the soberest you've ever seen. And then we'll probably spend a good chunk of time each day, like wetting their finger and running it round like a tankard to do
Okay.
like the note, bit like a Tibetan singing bowl.
Okay.
I just kind of like meditating to that sound.
Okay. Cool.
Now Fang's gonna have to cover his ears as well.
Oh, hang on. I just realised I haven't turned on Yaz's camera. There we go. There you go.
I see.
Yaz, the
Yes.
crew have been getting up to all kinds of mischief over the last couple of days.
Just to say, you are still alive.
Yeah.
I was
Losing
gonna say
money.
you've only died once.
Yeah, they've been losing money to
In a barrel.
a vampiric captain in a dice game. Ook looks more depressed than you've ever seen them. Hipley is nowhere to be seen. Even though it is pretty much a straight line that needs no flying whatsoever. As soon as you point the ship and go that way, don't stop until I tell you to. Ipley hasn't left their room for a couple of days. Pretending to be the captain, then. Sorry. Being the first mate of the ship. You do notice
He was the
that
bosun.
you do notice that at one point, maybe on the third day, you find Crux just kind of staring at the rum barrel that you know he hasn't opened yet on this trip. But he looks kind of sulky, sour, and seems to be contemplating opening it.
Why are you showing Yars the rum barrel? We know his track record.
This rum was probably legitimately purchased.
Yes, throws it overboard anyway.
No contraband.
Technically,
Why
it's
is the rum
stolen
gone?
because we stole it from What's Her Face when we took the ship.
How do you know it wasn't there before she rented the ship?
Eh.
Do you know how you don't know? Because when I
Because it's
asked, what does
out,
everyone want
yeah.
to do? No one asked that question.
Did the rental of the ship come with a minibar?
It did not.
Came in the big barrel.
bar.
So yeah, what would you like to do, Yas?
I'm not going to discourage them. Might look a little disapproving at the back of their head, but
Okay. Instead of opening the barrel, you can see him kind of square his shoulders. And he turns and walks towards the front of the ship. You can see there that Flinch, his Hadozi first mate, sorry, the proper first mate, has set up 5 targets quite far out from the front of the ship, and they are, as you look, Yaz, it's quite unsettling for you. Probably may not be for anyone else, but they are all painted and drawn in a very poor impression of an astral elf. All 5 of them. As he gets there, kind of steals himself once more.
how far out?
Maybe. Well, if you were by the rum barrel, there may be 60 feet from the front of the ship, and you're maybe 60 feet away from Crux, about 120 feet away. But he takes out his cannon or his musket and starts shooting at them.
Can I try and hit the last target just before he does?
Yeah. Okay, he's gotta try and hit them first.
Fire,
Misses the first one.
fire. Oh, I'm going to shoot at that if he's missed it.
Okay. Roll to attack. What are you using?
Firebolt, so 16.
Firebolt. Okay. 16 does hit. Rough damage.
Should have prepared this. That is not a D10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That looks like a D10. 1 plus 9. 10.
Okay. 10 damage. The firebolt strikes the wooden target, and the wooden target explodes. As you strike true and the fire takes hold, you can see just burning bits of wood just drifting off into the astral sea, where they will travel forever until they hit something. Crux kind of, as he's reloading his gun, kind of turns to you. Bosun Yars, come here.
Captain.
You go to him?
He's holding a gun.
You go to him?
Yes, sorry, I mean, yes. Yes.
I have been unkind in my attitude towards you since you got on board my ship, or entered into my company. For that I am sorry. You're not the first, Astral Elf, to show me a kindness, though I believe the last one did it by accident. You and that little spell you just did reminded me of the time where I was pinned down by an entire troop of Astral Elves. And they had a mage supporting them through this big, huge ball of fire. Completely misjudged where the center of that ball should be. And as the flames kind of dissipated, all of the other Astral Elves are dead. And well, my whiskers were a little singed, but I was perfectly fine. Hell of a spell.
I assume he wasn't for much longer.
No, he was not, 'cause, as you might be aware. And he goes to pat you on the back really hard, but you see him kind of stop. As you might be aware, those of a much more magical persuasion tend to be, what's good metaphor? Like a glass cannon.
I see where you're going. Yes. Thanks.
Wonderfully powerful. Easy to break.
And does anybody overhear this?
All of you.
Fang bursts out laughing then.
I didn't mean to be insulting, I'm sure. I'm sure you could hold your own.
I'm going to cast Unseen Servant to stand on Fang's tail.
I'm going to look at stats.
In fact, as that's happening, stats, roll me a survival check.
Oh shit!
Sorry, actually,
25.
Okay, roll me
Hello.
a d10.
8.
Stay like that, like...
8.
Oh,
Some fucking high rolls tonight.
In fact, when then you cast Unseen Servant to stand on Stats's tail, to stand on Fang's tail, Fang turns, and it's not 100 miles away from the truth, as Stats is once more being dragged the length and breadth of the ship by this fish that is almost as big as Stats is.
Oh God, not again.
But as you are dragged, and it is once more a slightly larger astral guppy this time.
Astral guppy. Okay.
That's what they're called. Yes, they're astral guppies.
Nice.
But yes, it is a slightly larger astral guppy this time. And as you kind of just finally catch it, you look around, realizing that Fang is just staring daggers at you for no reason whatsoever.
You can have this one to yourself, Fang.
But Commodore Crux kind of turns to you once more, Yaz. I hope I didn't cause any offense.
No, despite the rest of my temperament, I have relatively thick skin.
Bobby just literally coughs.
Thick skin, just brittle bones then, huh?
Mm. Very prone to falling.
Well, We'll take care of you. Will allow no harm to come to my crew if I can help it. And while I might not trust the rest of your race, you are a member of my crew.
Thank you.
Perhaps you can change my mind about that.
We shall see.
Well, Fletch, we need another target. We got spellcasters aboard. And he just walks off to go and find Fletch.
Being as you said, we've not seen Hipley for a little while. It'd be quick message down to the helm. Hipley, we're shooting targets if you're up for a quick shoot off. I don't know. I know that there's a word. I haven't thought of it yet. Go on.
So in the helm, there's just a small hole in there and a rope dangling from it. So Hipley might not get that message.
Huh?
Hipley's casted rope trick in the helm.
Message travels over planes.
I didn't know if there's a chance of it failing. Hipley'll stick their head out and shout, "What?"
We're shooting targets. Would you like to join in?
Drops out of the hole, picks up the rifle, full barreled, and wanders out. Might smell a bit funky.
As you get onto deck, then you can see that Flinch is kind of like swung forward and is kind of attached a rope to himself and has thrown himself forwards into the astral sea to set up another target where the last one was exploded by Captain Yars.
Loaded. We're not shooting Finch, are we?
Flinch, sorry.
Flinch. I don't want to shoot Flinch.
Yars, you're the only one there.
Oh, sorry, you're asking a question. I thought. No. Just the anything that looks like me, basically.
And
Immediately
throws a small
points
pebble
back.
at Yaz.
As soon as Flinch is out of the way, I'm going to sight down the rifle and fire.
Cool. Roll to attack.
My first roll. Nope, no. Which dice?
One.
Big dice. Big dice.
1.
That would be a 13.
Okay.
13.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, while you do wing the target, just splinters come off. The target is relatively unscathed.
Look down barrel. Play with sight a little bit.
You said they're 60 feet out, yeah?
Yeah.
Fang will play this game and throw an ice knife at one of them.
Ice knife. Okay.
Yeah.
Roll to attack.
14.
14. Your ice knife does look as if it struck true, but it does just explode in ice shards. The target remains unaffected.
Yeah. After fiddling with sights a little bit, I'm going to take another shot.
Okay.
Not with that dice. True. 17.
17 does hit. Roll for damage.
That would be 10 points of magical bullet damage.
10 points. The one that you winged then just evaporates as the magical bullet strikes and just splinters the wood and it just explodes. And you see, again, the shards of wood float off into the astral sea.
Hipley smiles for the first time in a couple of days and goes, "Yes!" And I go, "Oh, God. Oh, prestidigitation."
Okay. Anyone else? Ook?
I would like to, from behind them,
Yeah.
Have a go at my sling, so that the sling bullet whistles past there. There is.
Okay.
It's up to 120 feet.
Cool.
Please don't roll on that one, because knowing Fang's Day, you're going to hit me.
Right on the tail.
That's a 25 to hit.
25 definitely hits. Roll for damage.
Rolled max damage. 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. The one next to the one that Hipley just exploded then also is just smashed in half as the stone from the sling just sails straight through its midsection. It is taken off the bracket that Flinch has put him on. You can see it's eerie. It's almost like you're watching like a cartoon version, a badly drawn cartoon version of Yaz just be cut in half and float in two opposite directions off into space.
Why do they look like you, Yaz?
I would just like to say, this is not me having to go at Yaz. This is how the adventure is written. Yaz decided to play an astral elf, right? I'm just.
It's fine. I won't be late again.
I can send you the text if you want me to.
They look like Captain Yaz. I'm not sure it's written like that. Let's be honest.
How many targets are left?
3.
3. Hipley's going to pull 3 bullets out of the bandolier, push them into it. They just appear pretty much in the hand. Push them into it, and is going to fire a 3rd level Scorching Ray, I think.
Okay.
So 3 bolts of Scorching Ray, is it? Oh no, I've only got 2nd level. It'll be 2.
Okay.
Oh no, it's 3 rays. Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
it's
going to fire and just go for all 3 targets at the same time.
Okay. So roll to hit independently. So it's 3 attack rolls.
Independently. Cool.
Here's the
30-20.
show off.
What was the first one, sorry?
30-20.
Yeah, hit.
16.
Hit.
And 19.
Hit. So the 3 scorching rays explode from the front of the gun, each one of them hitting their mark perfectly. Roll for damage.
They're all hitting me.
8. 9. 5.
The first 2 targets are reduced to cinders as the scorching ray just kind of envelops them. The third one, I apologize. The one last remaining target left there, with its kind of like, it's one of those strange kind of one arm up, one arm down. You can see that most of it is burnt away. The legs are gone, one arm is gone, the arm pointing down. But it's almost as if the arm still pointing up has lost a lot of its fingers and it's just doing this at you because it is just still hanging on by a thread. Strange, horrible, kind of evil smile on the cartoon Astral Elf's face. Making you all of you very surprised that an Astral Elf could have such constitution.
How far away is it?
Wall of fire.
How far away is it? 60 feet from you.
Yeah. 60 feet. Right, pull a bigger bullet out, put that in my gun, and take one last shot.
Before Hipley gets a chance to do that, though,
Yeah.
how far away can I get on the ship as far away from the target?
If you were gonna go the furthest point on the ship away from the target, maybe about another 80 feet away from it.
Okay. So that would be, what, 140?
Yeah.
I'm already going to be at disadvantage, so I'm going to try and fly with my guard about another 100 feet off the back of the ship,
Okay.
and at disadvantage try to hit it with my bow. But I'll be also using my steady aim to roll advantage, so it's a straight roll.
Okay. Straight roll. Is it a 300-foot range on the...
320 on my short bow.
Okay, cool. Okay.
At disadvantage, but I'll be using steady aim to roll straight roll.
All right.
Hippler's blooding a big massive bullet into the gun and sees the arrow go.
That is going to be a 24 to hit.
A 24 does hit. Roll for damage.
It's that dragon all over again.
What is
Stop
it?
that bloody dragon.
8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. Just as you then put the bullet in, you hear the arrow whistle past. In fact, all of you do is it whistles past all of your heads to strike, and it just completely destroys the target. Sends that careening off into space, spinning wildly as it does so. And you look back, and you do see then kind of Bobby now racing to catch up with the ship.
Show off.
I'll just get on back on the ship and give it a...
Cool.
There's no more Yaz. There's one Yaz left.
There is one Yaz left.
I jokingly start aiming.
Hipply.
And ejects a bullet.
Not funny. No, I walk off.
What about you, little one? Crux walks up behind you, Stats.
I'm catching fish.
Not much
You want
of
me
a...
to shoot? You want me to shoot something?
No, just wondering what your strengths were. Not much of a
Well-
ranged combatant, huh?
Yes, but I like to conserve myself for when the captain. When the party get injured.
Oh, you're the healer.
Mostly.
I know what you
Him
mean.
at night.
I'm the buff bot.
I know what you mean. There'd be many a time when we were at war, we were on missions, we were on world, that I would have rather had someone like you by my side than 10 of them.
That's how I feel in the Icefire campaign.
Wow, if there was 10 of me, I'd be an artillery unit.
Front row fire.
Hibley, you're a hippo with a gun. You are a unit. But yes, Crux kind of pats you on the shoulder, Stats. Just kind of walks
Bend
off.
down. How are you feeling, Commodore?
Well, after that quite impressive display from your companions, pretty good.
That is good.
See how we feel when we get to Doom Space, though.
Yes, indeed. I am good with healing physical, but not healing mental. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You go off and cook your 2 fish?
Well, unless somebody else is better at cooking than me. Is it Splinch, whatever you chuffing call him?
Flinch.
Flinch, yeah. I'll go
Flinch.
find him and
Okay.
take him to them. See if they can cook them up into something decent. Although stopping by Hipley, if Hipley's still around, and
Yeah.
showing off the scales, and like, Hipley, can you do anything with these scales?
Oh, they're shiny.
Yes.
Possibly. Yeah, so.
As you are looking, Hipley, because of your particular brand of magic. In fact, what kind of cleric are you, Stats?
Forge.
Forge. Okay. As
Yeah.
you present them to
I mixed
Hipley,
up.
then, and you both now get a good look properly at the second one that you captured, you notice that the scales have a very different pattern on the second one as on the first one. As you kind of run your hand along the fish, inspecting the pattern in the scales, you discover, as it kind of shifts into visibility, a saddle.
Um,
Oh,
how big is this saddle?
The saddle would in no way, shape, or form fit any of you.
What, like on our backs?
Nor even like a child of any of the races you would your companions come from. This is for a race that would be considered tiny.
what, did you say the saddle came into visibility?
It wasn't visible until you ran your hands over the fish.
Oh,
Ooh, what is this? What is
that's
this?
bizarre. Hipley's gonna cast see invisibility on themselves
Okay.
and give it a good look, and then start looking around the ship.
Okay.
Have we hurt a rider?
I don't know. I wasn't trying to do that.
I didn't know things rud fish.
It is
Neither did
not.
I.
And Flinch jumps into the midst of you.
Ugh.
You may have brought terrible bad luck to the ship. Just saying.
Can we find the rider? I'd like to. Well, help them out if we can find them.
You will never find the rider.
Why not?
Because you have caught their fish. They are even now going to get more fish and more of their people to come and attack us as an army en masse.
How are they going to get there without the fish?
But they are small and
They
we
do
are
not.
large.
They do not need the fish. It is more like a kind of friendship. You have killed and stolen their friend.
Oh dear.
Prepare to die.
Is your name Inigo Montoya?
No, it is Flinch.
Okay, I was just checking.
How many fingers you got, Stats?
Me, I only have 3.
I am, of course, kidding.
Do I believe Flinch?
Well, I sorry. I'm kind of kidding. They will try and find us. But it is always best, perhaps, to avoid Chwinga, because they have this strange way of communicating over vast distances. So any Chwinga we now encounter for the rest of time, as long as you are with us, will hate you.
Did you say Schwinger?
A Chwinga.
Chwinga?
Chwinga. Chwinga.
Chwinga.
No, Chwinga.
Chewing gum.
They are maybe this big. And he puts his hands like 6 inches apart. They have these little, like spindly limbs and wild elemental hair made from like, fire, lightning, water, whatever. And they've got little animated like doll masks.
Oh. Are they evil in nature?
Not really.
Oh.
Normally, if you see a Chwinga, or one of his mounts, you would befriend the Chwinga, and then they give you, like, blessings. Like a charm of air bubble. That automatically allows you to cast the air bubble spell 3 times before it disappears. Or they gave...
Oh, well, that's okay, because I don't need that, so that's fine.
the charm of instant tools. You can magically conjure any tool set you wish in an instant.
Oh, well, that's okay, because we have Hipley, so we don't need that.
You just want him to go to the list, don't you?
What else can they do?
Um,
They sound cute, whatever they do. I'd quite like to meet one.
I did not want to upset anybody. I just wanted to catch fish.
Well, tough.
They're not very good pilots if they rode the fish onto a hook.
They are friends with the fish. The fish goes
But
where
the
it
ride-
wants. It was not the
Well,
rider's fault.
it was an unfortunate accident. Anyway, what can you do with these fish?
What do you mean?
To cook them.
Do I look like a chef to you?
I don't know. What does a chef look like?
I think they wear one of those big white hats and an apron.
No, you do not look like a chef.
And why are you asking me?
I thought you prepared the food on the ship.
No, you are the one that looks like a kettle. Go and make the food.
Okay.
But Stas can't taste the food. You got to taste to cook. Everyone knows that.
It's fine. I'm going to go do it.
Ripley's going to walk around this ship while the spell lasts, just going. Pss, 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 pss.
Bang's like,
Here, chewing gum, chewing gum, chewing gum. Here, chewing gum.
Pss, 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 pss. We didn't mean it.
because the
Simply, I think-
because the Tringa are not cats, you don't get any Tringa's attention. However, stats. Can you do me a favor and roll me a survival check, please? Once you're in the you're in the galley.
Trophy neck. That one is not as good. That one is only a 10.
Okay. In the scaling and the gutting of the fish, you do unfortunately lose quite a lot of the substance of both of the fish. However, you do still have enough to feed the entire crew.
I've never filleted before.
A hearty kind of fish stew. And everyone, if you eat fish, apart from stats and vampire, enjoy the stew.
do we though?
I don't know. You tell me.
Kitty likes the fish.
It's
Do I
alright.
get that?
It's kind of bland, right? There's not much flavour to it.
Seasoning? I have no idea about seasoning.
As I'm walking around the ship trying to get the Chwinga's attention, what is Fang doing?
It's going nuts as you go. Pss, pss.
You can hear him having zoomies in the cabin.
The princess, is she actually a prisoner on our ship?
No.
I forgot about her.
You
No,
haven't
I
put, you haven't put her in
was
the
gonna
prison.
No, I was just gonna say make sure that she's been getting fed at regular. I'm just gonna occasionally pop down and go and talk to her just to see how she's settling on the ship.
For the most part, over the first couple of days of travel, she keeps very much to herself.
She's in your room, Hipley.
She's in my room.
Oh, she's in Bobby's room.
Yeah.
okay.
She can't be in Hipley's room. Hipley's room is the spell jamming helm. But no, she very much keeps to herself. The door is locked from the inside most of the time. She makes it quite clear she wants to be alone for a lot of it while she recovers from her ordeal. But you do see her sometimes over the first couple of days just stretching her legs, walking up and down the deck. But she does stay quite by herself from the rest of the crew. It is, however, on the 4th day, when you're all above deck,
Oh no.
that Crux kind of calls down from the stern. Starboard eyes, boys.
Twinger army approaching.
No, you wouldn't see a Twinger army approaching until it was on you.
Okay.
However,
Then I won't worry about it.
keep your eye on that cloud over there.
I think it's going to go port because Bryce probably got the direction wrong.
No, it was starboard.
It's written in the book, you see.
As you look,
Hippler's,
it's gonna. Sorry, what was Hippler doing?
Hippler's going to sight down their rifle to get a bit of a closer look. So they've constructed a small, not a actual telescope rope, but just small sight.
Okay. As you look at the large bank of cloud, then off to the starboard, many, like almost 1,000, maybe 2,000 feet away. It's unclear because of the formlessness of the astral sea. The cloud does start to dissipate, and you can see a dark shape begin to emerge. As the cloud completely clears away, at first, what you're looking at appears to be a very strangely shaped asteroid. It's kind of floating there in the emptiness of the astral sea. It is, though, as the asteroid seems to turn ever so slowly, that you start to make out more details. Limbs, a torso, remnants of ancient armor, older than time itself. And you realize that 2,000 feet to the starboard is a gargantuan, larger than any structure you've ever seen, almost the size of a planet. Mummified humanoid. Humanoid, other than it has 4 arms, each of which looks to have been, at least in life, heavily muscled. But now it just drifts there, completely still, in the void of the astral sea.
Does it look like anybody?
Its face, while you can tell where its eyes, its mouth, nose would have been, its face is degraded by time, by whatever passes for the elements in the astral sea. But as you try and make out a few features, you do begin to see kind of shadows fall across it. And out from behind the figure, you see a burst of light. Like a huge glowing ball of bright white fiery energy. And that then ball begins to revolve ever so slowly around this gargantuan mummified figure.
We don't know anything about this.
Roll me a history check.
Would I know anything about this?
Roll me a history check.
Probably not. 12.
14.
Okay. Yaz. Looking at this creature, it could be nothing other than one of the old gods. The astral sea, in its vastness, used to be the home and playground of the gods. Or at least it is said. That is before they then created much smaller playgrounds to experiment with and to entertain them. These playgrounds, in at least some of the lore you've read, being the wild space systems that you yourself come from and your companions as well. Stats.
Aye.
In your short time with your creator, after you were first born, activated. You were told about a few of these gods. Their names now escape you. But some of them, at least those that... Normally those that were more benevolent than evil, are still said to have those that protected them in life, guarding them in death, sitting a kind of endless vigil over their bodies. You remember a picture drawn, with a bright circle of light around it, and you can almost imagine that in the middle of that orb of light you can see in the distance is standing a golden-skinned, armored angelic figure. Its four wings spread wide behind it as it radiates radiant energy, sitting vigil over the god it once worshipped. There is very probably a solar in that golden ball of energy.
That might be an angel.
Are they friendly?
I believe. Well, depends on your intentions.
I mean, how many opportunities would we get for something like this in our lives? Or ever? Anyone?
Well, if something goes wrong with this, then only one.
Opportunities to do what?
Interact with an angel?
Speak to an angel.
It's certainly an intriguing thought.
What
Is
do
this a
you
good
say,
idea?
Captain? You're the captain, you're not the commodore.
Called me captain, but still found a way to demote me.
No, I didn't know if you knew I meant you or not.
Um,
That's all I meant. I
I
didn't know if you.
always know that you mean me. I'm completely agree with Bobby, but we do have one particular person who an angel may not necessarily agree with aboard.
Fang isn't that bad.
Get off my tail.
That
Commodore?
shouting little.
What do you say? This is your ship after all.
I've passed by him maybe 100 times in my travels out here. And I have never seen that radiant ball of energy diminish. I have, however, once seen it grow larger. That was when a ship got too close. That ship didn't last very long. That there is radiant, fiery energy. Most ships don't take too kindly to it.
I suppose, especially a living one.
Did the other ships go in weapons ready, armed?
I wasn't close enough to tell. I didn't stick around for any survivors.
I think it's pretty amazing, but
Yes. Maybe
I-
we should just get a photo.
I think we're on a time limit, don't we?
Yeah.
It's probably not worth the risk.
Maybe we can come back.
Besides, it's not even a proper god.
Uh,
Tap my chest with my symbol of the forge.
Oh, our captain could
You
take out
almost
one of the-
imagine that at these words, it's not even a proper god. You almost imagine that the ball of energy does flare a little bit, as if it heard stats, but then it keeps going as it normally does.
If you really want to go say hi, maybe our captain could go take out one of the jubbly things and
Gadabouts.
yes,
How far away are we?
1,000 feet.
Maybe 1,000 feet away.
Would I be able to get that far if I flew on my own?
I don't know the maths. Divide 1,000 by your movement speed.
Well, it's 60 feet flying.
About 30.
But the oxygen thing does last almost.
300.
Was it an hour in a gadabout?
Can't remember what it says.
I think it was indefinite, but it's not necessarily fresh after a particular amount of time. Remembering what we got told.
333.
Okay, 333 times 6.
This air envelope can sustain the gadabout and one other creature in its space indefinitely.
Okay, indefinitely. So yeah, you got enough air to do it. However, you want to stop the ship while you do it?
I wouldn't recommend it, Bobby. If something goes wrong, we can't come get you.
Hello, excuse me. We appear to be lost. Could you perhaps give us some direction? Terribly sorry to bother you. It looks very important. Hello? So help me Christ, Bobby. This is the reason that I have to do stupid things so that you don't go overboard and kill yourself. Hello out there.
I mean, it would only take me just under 17 seconds to get there.
That's not right.
No, that's not right.
No.
You can move your
6
maximum movement speed
It's 60 feet.
every 6
Oh,
seconds.
okay.
6. Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's where I went wrong.
So it take you 15 times 6. 100 seconds.
198 seconds.
3 minutes. Yeah.
That's still very, very fast.
I tried. They don't appear to be interested.
Says Yaz, fully aware from their obviously training in the academy that their voice pretty much stopped at the edge of the air envelope of the ship and in no way, shape, or form carried that far.
Yeah.
What's the
What's the
distance?
range of message?
Yeah, what's the range on message?
It depends which version. Sending is lots. Message is about 30 feet.
Yeah, so that's not,
120.
that's not going to work.
Okay, I'll leave it.
Okay.
I think you should chalk it up to like when you see dolphins. It's a lovely experience, but leave them alone.
Like the whales. Oh, wait.
Except that one were killed. Yeah, that was a bad one though.
And the two
Oh,
fish that Stats managed to pull out
Help.
of random space. One that belonged to somebody.
You talking about the scaver?
Yeah.
Help. Sorry.
It is then on the 5th day. You all wake, and Crux begins to bellow orders, telling you to batten down the hatches, making the ship ready for entrance into a wild space system sometime, perhaps the next day, early the next day, that no one has ventured into in, at least as they tell it, decades. unsure of what you might find or what you might be presented with as you enter. It is then, while you are going about your duties above deck, that you hear an impact on the deck behind you. You look down, and there is a stone, a large, jagged piece of rock that seems to be burning the deck of the ship. But as you get closer, it is burning the deck of the ship with frost. It is so cold. It seems to be burning a hole in the wood of the ship. Everyone roll me a perception check.
If we got told to get about duties and stuff like that, Ipley would probably return to the chair.
Okay.
What would he
To do
still
what?
be able to run inside? Just be ready to pilot.
Yeah, in like 36 hours.
Oh, with him sitting batten down the hatches.
Yeah,
that's where I did.
They're just making the ship ready
Mm-hmm.
for tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Going back to some more rope play, Hipley. Said out of character because Yars doesn't know that that's what was going
on. So sorry, everyone's perception check. Bobby?
17.
Fang?
11.
Yars?
13.
Ook?
6.
Hipley?
5.
Jesus Christ. Stats?
13.
Okay. Bobby. So, Bobby, as you look around to just try and work out where this rock could have come from, you see a much darker cloud off in the distance. And as the cloud begins to very slowly grow, you begin to see space between it, as if it begins to break up, like it's exploding, until you realize that it was never a cloud to begin with. And as they take on more details, you can see now a huge asteroid storm heading straight towards the ship.
Cool.
Cool.
You can, from your perception check, tell, though, that this stone, perhaps sent ahead of the rest of the asteroids by many, many impacts or gravity, was the only one to hit your ship, and your ship should just make its way past them before they reach the area that your ship is currently in.
Where is the Commodore right now?
The Commodore's on deck.
I will point this out to him immediately and ask what his orders are.
I am here.
Well, what do you think? We're going as fast as we can. Are we going to pass it, or do we have to maneuver?
We're just going to avoid it. Might be wise to take some precautions to maneuver. But judging at the speed that we're going, I think we are just going to avoid it.
Very well. Hipley.
Yes, sir.
You might want to get ready on the helm just in case.
Yes, sir. I'll leave and go jump in my chair.
Brace yourselves. Let's see if Bobby's right. And it is just seconds that stretch into what feel like hours as the tension mounts, as these asteroids get closer and closer.
Can Yars is there a crow's nest? Sorry.
There is.
Can Yars climb up to that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't make me do an acrobatics check. I don't want to die.
He's underneath.
I am going to need you to make me an athletics check.
Remember your training.
Didn't you?
What training?
We did an entire assault course.
What's your athletics check?
Jesus.
5. Unfortunately, trying to make your way up the rigging is very slow going. And after after a couple of minutes of arduous kind of just you feel your muscles tearing as you try and make your way as quickly as you can up the rigging, and you lose your footing a couple of times. But you look
Well done,
down.
Captain. You got a foot up.
Yeah, you look down and you see Ook still only about 2 feet below you, with their arms outstretched, ready to catch you, and you discover that you have not made any headway at all.
Cool. I'll go stuff this and use my gadabout to fly up.
You do fly up.
I would like to climb up.
I imagine even the gadabout's looking at him a bit weird.
Okay. You do.
What am I? Decoration?
You do without any kind of check, obviously, because you're a Hadozi. Just kind of practically walk up the rigging, just with there's just nothing to it.
If you overtake me, you hear a slight muttering, and it's Grumpy.
Oh, yeah, the gadabout can move easily, as fast or if not faster than Hadozi. That's no problem. But as you look down, then getting a better vantage point exactly of the ship, you do realize that Bobby was right, but by comparatively inches. As the asteroids now, some of them the size of a house, careen past the back of the ship and carry on their way into the astral sea. You see some of these asteroids are made of spectacularly huge amounts of like precious metals and minerals. Some appear to be entirely made of ice. One appears to be a ball of fire shooting red electricity from it. As they careen through the astral sea off into the distance, it appears that the danger from them has passed.
Being that those different asteroids pass, I look at this one. Is there any
That's
precious
what I was going to do.
Well, as the both of you were looking at that, I will say both of you roll me a perception check with disadvantage. Ook and Yaz, roll me a perception check with advantage. Stats, roll me a perception check. And Hipley, roll me a perception check in the chair with advantage.
Well, my disadvantage is on that one.
Cool.
Oh dear. Well, my disadvantage was 16.
Cool.
The other one was a nat 20, damn it.
Ook.
Nat 20 for a 23.
Nice. Yaz.
17.
Stats.
6.
Hipley.
Also 17.
Nice. Okay. Ook, Yaz, Bobby, and then Hipley with your full kind of 360-degree 3D sense and view right now, Hipley.
Your onboard scanners.
Mm-hmm. You notice 2 large asteroids. Slow. And as they begin to slow, they begin to turn. And they begin to make their way back towards you, trailing behind them a kind of strange energy, slightly brighter, almost glowing. But you can just make it out against the clouds of the astral sea. And as they get closer to the ship, you can also make out these strange, arcane, kind of almost silver-etched masks grinning at you in kind of this insane rictus grin as 2 murder comets hurtle towards your ship.
What a wonderful name.
Fuck's a murder comet.
You will find out after the break. So yes, while we get this set up, we will be back in about 5 to 10 minutes. I will be popping, obviously, the battle map up. Please don't go anywhere. If you have
All right.
to,
Okay,
as
no.
always,
But I need a wee
bring more people back to watch. You guys can go and have a bio break. I'm talking to
Oh, thank
any. Yes, we
We
could've
missed
used
that earlier.
Definitely
That's
could have
what
used
I
that earlier.
heard.
Oh.
But yes, please don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Hello. Yes, welcome back to part 2, where I almost started the fucking fight
We finished it.
without
We won.
getting anyone on screen. But
We
yes,
won.
hello,
Level up.
welcome back. We are here,
Yeah.
where we left off.
Wow.
You were just narrowly avoided having the ship and yourselves decimated by a passing asteroid field. But unfortunately, 2 of those asteroids then broke off from the rest of the pack. And
Actually, I think you will find they're not asteroids, they're comets.
I think that actually was that.
I apologize. Two of the objects broke off from the rest of the asteroids and revealed themselves to be murder comets.
They are actually murder comets.
I
Wow.
know.
I'm zooming in on them. They look really cool.
So, everyone has rolled initiative. The comets themselves are now about 120 feet away and closing. Hipley, what would you like to do?
I'm currently in the chair.
Mhm.
From my perception check, looking about and everything, the comet field is past where the ship is relatively safe, except for the murder comets coming towards us.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna say it's a steady forwards, and I'm gonna run and get up on deck.
Okay.
How far is that?
From the room you were in, out the door, up onto the deck, I'd say about 30 feet.
Did we all perceive the murder comets coming towards us?
No, but I'm going to assume that the 2 of you who didn't
Shouted at.
were quickly shouted at by the others.
Murder comments.
Sorry, I missed what you said. How far on deck?
30 feet.
Fair to say, just get out there. Cool. I'm gonna run out. I'm gonna shout, "Murder comets!" And then I'm going to try and
Try
take a
and
shot.
murder the comets.
I'm going to try and murder the murder comets.
Okay.
Level my weapon and
What's
fire.
the range?
120 feet.
Normal distance, yeah?
120 feet. I am a firearm specialist.
Cool. Does that mean there's no disadvantage for distance?
No disadvantage.
Nice.
And I auto load. We found that one now ages ago, but yeah.
Go for it.
So I would fire on the nearest.
Okay.
Makes sense. Oh wow, natural 19 for a 26.
Natural 19. 26 definitely hits.
Nice. Boom. That is. Cocked. 5 plus 4, 9 magical bullet damage.
9 magical bullet damage. Okay.
I really need more attacks. And so, having done that, I am going to. What range has that got? I'm going to reach over my back, pull out my Eldritch Cannon, throw it on the deck, and order.
And what, sorry?
Cast Force Ballista, Eldritch Cannon.
Force Ballista, yeah?
Yeah, 120 foot range as well. And that is also going to fire. I think I can do it at the same time.
Okay, give me a
Yeah, I think so.
second. Because I need to steal something from. There we go. From a different map.
What the fuck?
And then, there we go. Cool.
Cool.
Fire! And another big boom. goes out towards the nearest one, and that is a spell attack, which is 6. That will be a 22 to hit.
22 definitely hits.
Yes.
No, not yours.
They play
Nope.
bringing the pain.
Don't need that much to hit yours.
2d8. Awesome.
It's very chill audio to go with this intense
Oh,
battle.
yeah, it is. I apologize. I'm ever so sorry.
And that is 7 force damage, and they are pushed 5 feet away from me. Get away.
Just
Get
out of
away
range
while I
of
get
everybody
back.
else. Oh, yes.
Is that any better?
That is Hipley, yes.
Okay. And okay, next in line we have dun, dun, dun. Bobby.
Our very last thing, Newt will go fly, perch next to Yaz.
Okay. What's Newt's movement speed?
I think it's 30. I'll double check.
He'd have been riding on
30 foot flying.
Okay.
Mostly.
Because he can get halfway up.
Oh, Yaz, yeah. Yeah, start flying up towards Yaz. Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
Cool. Let's go down a little bit. There we go. Okay, Bobby.
Is the ballista I'm next to loaded?
No.
Of course it's not.
Why do we not load them?
Mm.
Because it ruins the tension of the string. If you just leave it loaded constantly, it ruins the tension of the string.
Yeah.
I say string. It's a ballista. It ruins the tension of the rope and the arms.
I thought you said tension of the string. Stream, sorry, not string.
Also
true.
Is it loaded? No.
In that case,
Stats is just fishing over to the side.
I'm probably just gonna take aim at the nearest one with my bow. Use steady aim to get advantage because I'm not gonna move anywhere and take a shot at it.
Okay, go for it.
One's at 120, one's at 125.
22 to hit.
22 to hit. Okay. 22 does hit.
That's 8 points of piercing damage.
8 points of piercing damage, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. At the one nearest to you.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Not much else I can do at the moment, Emma. And no.
Did you said?
Yeah, I can't do anything to the ballista, can I?
Could stroke it.
No, because you've already used your action.
Yeah, thought so.
Saying that, though, I do just want to check something. Bear with me. Uno momento.
Por favor.
There we go. Dun, 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 dun. Not surprised. That's fine. Okay, cool. And you go, Bobby. No, Fang.
Just gotta head to the blister and load it.
Okay. Is that what all you're doing with your action?
Yep.
Okay, cool. And you go.
And there we go.
And you go.
Melee class be melee class.
Ook.
If I was to kind of occupy the same space as yours, would I be within 120 feet of one of them?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to try and do that.
They're about 120 feet away.
That's the limit of my range. So I'm going to try and kind of like squeeze in front of yours, partly to protect. And I'm going to pull out a vial
Okay.
of the honey mead that I made when we were at
Okay.
Cobblers,
Yeah.
and try and hit it with my sling.
Okay.
The vial as the
Roll to hit.
hammer.
Yep.
Is it that vial?
That is a 23 to hit.
23
You.
does hit.
And then I'm just going to use a normal sling bullet.
Yeah.
For 26 to hit.
26 does hit.
Max damage again. So that's 10 points of sling
Any
bullet damage. And I'd like to say to your captain, try setting it on fire.
Okay, get out the way.
Okay.
Get off my
Knock
foot.
down a little bit.
Yaz, you're up.
Damn it, get
Oh.
off my tail.
Oh, Captain, so forceful.
How far away are they?
120 feet.
One more
okay.
time.
It's Judgment Day.
Sorry.
Right next to you.
Let's go with Tides of Chaos to start, so that I get advantage on this attack roll.
Okay.
And then let's go with a third level Fireball.
I was enjoying that one.
Nice.
Fireball. Okay.
Why'd you go for advantage?
What do you mean, okay?
Okay.
Why?
Okay,
What am I... What did I do wrong?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
I think you've healed the fire-based one.
Oh no, these aren't the weird.
I was going to say,
Asteroids I
there's a
described earlier.
fire-based one? Ah!
These fortunately are not the weird asteroids that I described earlier.
These are much worse.
Okay. So you cast out your fireball. Dex saving throw. Let's have a look.
Did you say death saving throw?
Dex.
Hopefully.
As he has killed himself with the expelling of energy.
Actually, you see this massive explosion, this huge fireball appear in the middle of the astral sea. Glorious to behold. And all at once, in the vacuum of the astral sea, the fireball dissipates, just disappears.
Fuck it.
And the murder comets remain completely unaffected.
Magical fire?
There's no such damage type as magical fire. It's just fire. And, yeah.
It has alcoholic goop on it that could
Which
catch
would
fire.
which would still be fire damage, right?
Do they not have their own air pocket?
Oh, of course. Sorry, I just realised I said I've burned Tides of Chaos, and there's not an attack roll for it.
No, there's not.
Never mind, I've burnt it now anyway.
Okay. Hang on. I just wanna really quickly.
That's why I said it, Captain.
I'm tired. Give me a break.
Okay. Hand me your arm.
Oh yeah, roll just for the fireball then. Roll a d20.
Just for the fireball. 13.
13. Cool.
Ooh,
I
because
haven't looked at the. I haven't done a +5 or
that's
whatever
fine.
it is.
No, it's just the 13. That's fine. And because you use Tides of Chaos, and I think it would be funny, because Uka's standing right next to you.
Of course.
Roll a percentile dice for me.
No.
What's that one?
It's a D100.
D10 and the D100 or whatever. It is.
The one with all the 10s, and then the one with all the 1 to 10.
Where the hell's my D10 gone? There it is.
You have only
Why don't
one.
you just roll a D100?
77.
77.
Ooh,
okay.
nice.
Let's have a look.
I don't like it when the DM's I was like,
He does it all too often.
Please roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh my fucking days.
me.
No, Yaz.
Luckily, I am wise.
Really?
It's a nat 1.
Oh fuck!
Hang on, sorry. Nat 1 plus.
No, it's fine.
2. Tell me slowly.
Tell me why.
The captain.
So,
Stand by to clip.
I knew I should have fucking death warded them.
as you, hang on, I wanna, just let me. Okay, just
Press record on OBS.
please just give me a moment, okay?
Oh god.
Because I
Compose
need
himself.
this.
Compose.
I do. I need this for a second. I just wanna.
I'm sorry I was late, okay? I said it.
Okay.
What-
Okay. I'm sure.
What about your boon?
Sure, I've got. It don't fucking matter. Sure, I've got something. I'm sure I've got something here that will work for this.
Oh.
That's just the sound Fang made when everybody stepped on his tail.
Don't actually have. God damn it! One of these animals in
Oh,
my
shit.
artwork. However, what I will say is, whew, no, I can't. In fact, I won't change it because I don't have the artwork for it. But I wish I did. I really wish I did. Ook, as you look on at the giant ball of fire, now with a mounting anxiety, as you notice that the fire has dissipated with no visible effect on any of the murder comets. It is a very strange situation you find yourself in, with this mounting anxiety, your friends below shouting encouragement and ideas and directions at each other. That next to you, you hear, "Ah!"
Fucking hell.
and you look down to discover that Yaz has been replaced by a large sheep.
But there's a sheep in the crow's nest.
Captain,
How
For-
fucking appropriate.
For 1
Captain.
hour.
Nah. Nah.
Probably got more hit points.
Nah.
So yes, that is the end of Yaz's turn.
Somebody clap.
Yes.
Okay. It is now
Have we
the
clipped
murder.
that?
It is now the
please?
murder comet's turn.
Has somebody clipped that, please?
Okay. So, the murder comets are going to use their 120 feet of movement.
No, they're not.
They're going to rush there
No, they're not.
and there.
No, they're not.
That is going to be from the first comet near Bobby and Fang. I am going to... There we go. So the murder comet is going to come careening in. It slams against you, Fang. There is heat radiating off it. It's a 16 to hit.
Misses.
Misses. Okay. As it stops, then you can see its smile widen. Suddenly, it purses these strange, ghastly, kind of elemental lips, and just spits fire at you, Bobby. And that is going to be a 9 to hit.
Nah.
Misses. Okay. So the second murder comet is going to come in. Does the arcane cannon have hit points?
I believe it does. Possibly. Yes, it does.
It does have hit points.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There we go. And it's got an AC as well then, yeah?
It does, yeah.
Okay. So it's going to slam into the arcane cannon. It's going to be an 11 to hit.
Misses.
Okay. And it is going to spit fire at Hipley. Which is a 14 to hit.
Misses.
Okay.
The cannon just kind of dodges out of the way.
Cool.
And goes back. So,
All right.
haha.
Stats. You'll go.
Me go. Okay. I'm gonna grab my chest, well, the symbol on my chest, look around me, and cast a level 4 Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
So all these cool little, where are you? There you are. Cogs and gears and hammers and things just start.
Remind me of the radius again.
5,000 feet.
Yeah, so that Solar from yesterday is going to be really pissed off.
15 feet from me.
15.
You know, I was just imagining all these tiny little stats running around.
Okay.
Then I'm just gonna go. But don't.
Stats.
Help.
Stats.
So everybody of the crew, including the fucking tree, is fine.
Yeah.
And the princess, just in case.
Okay.
Yes, fine. Even Captain Vampireness.
Okay. So just to confirm then, remind me of the wording of Spirit Guardians? Specifically with regards to the enemy?
Yeah, I'm just looking for that bit.
When they enter it or start their turn in it.
When they first enter it or start their turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus their movement is halved.
When a creature enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there.
First time on a turn. Okay, cool. It doesn't take any damage now. Cool. Is that the end of your go?
Enters the area for the first time on a turn.
On a turn?
Yeah, on a turn.
Alright. Wisdom save?
Yes.
For both.
15.
I believe that is. Both fail.
Oh, that's a bonus.
I rolled a 4 and a 14, and it does not have a wisdom save. It does not have a wisdom bonus.
Oh, that's such a shame.
For their stupid comments.
So that is.
Yeah, they got a -2 intelligence modifier. They're dumbasses.
Yeah, because they came to attack us.
So it would be radiant damage because, you know, I'm good. So that'd be 48.
Mm-hmm.
That one doesn't count. So 12, 19, 23.
23 points of radiant damage.
Yes.
Okay. They both take the full whack of damage. This time, you can see that the radiant energy just kind of almost completely envelops their form. And you can see their own energy that they trail behind them start to flicker. One of them looks hurt. The other, not quite as bad.
That is a shame.
At the end of your turn?
Yeah, because I got no bonus sections, but I'm just gonna cast my eyes around all the crew, just make sure everybody's fine while these guys go
Okay.
around me.
Back to the top of the round then. Hipley.
Hipley is going to take the disengage action,
Okay.
and he's going to go up there, I think.
Okay.
It's going to tell my Eldritch Cannon.
I was just going to say an affected creature's speed is halved, but never mind.
Because Hipley's not. That's fine.
No, I mean for the other guys, but it don't really matter.
Yeah. No, I can't move my cannon. My cannon's going to move because it has legs.
Okay.
Nice.
Hang on. No, you can't.
Cool. Yep, my cannon walks away.
Okay.
And bonus action, my cannon's going to shoot.
Your cannon's going to take an attack of opportunity.
Yep.
It's going to be a... it's going to be a 23 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. There we go. It's going to be...
What's the attack?
Slam attack. It takes... what's that? 1d8 plus 2, so that's... Takes 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Cool.
And 11 points of fire damage.
Confirm 11 fire.
The cannon
Cool.
responds, "Why do you hate me?"
Cool. It's then going to turn around and shoot the just hit.
Cool.
And that probably misses. Well, that definitely misses. That's like a 9 or something.
Yeah, that's a miss.
Yep. But that is Hipley.
Okay. And...
Actually,
Bobby.
I'm gonna go 2 further up actually with Hipley.
Okay.
I think I've got space for that. Yep.
Bobby.
I'm gonna move to within melee range to this nearest one, and I am gonna.
You are in melee range.
Oh, all right. So it's sort of it's a bit bigger than.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
It's 4 squares.
Play the game of 4 square.
Yes.
I'm underneath it then, am I?
Practically.
DM, you're a bit blurred.
Blurry.
Okay. Let's.
Oh, I don't care.
Okay.
Put your hand to it, then move away.
Hi.
That's it. Now away.
Okay. I'm gonna attack it with my rapier.
Okay.
Ooh, nice. That is a 19 for 26 to hit.
Okay.
And because I'm Fang is next to it, I can also get my sneak attack bonus.
You can.
So yes. 1d8 plus. Ooh, nice. It's 24 piercing.
24 piercing damage.
Yes.
Okay. As you lunge forward with the rapier, then stab into the heart of this comet. It now is completely faltering. You can see the energy pulsing in it quickly. It is on its last legs. Or should I say its last leg.
Well then, I will bonus attack with my dagger.
Go for it.
Stab,
Go.
stab, stab.
Miss. 15.
15, unfortunately, it just dodges out of the way as the dagger swipes underneath it. End your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Fang.
Fang's going to move here to get flanking.
Okay.
And bonus action, activate the flame tongue and take 2 swipes.
Go for it.
That is a.
Hang on. Do you
19.
want to change your bonus action potentially? Only because you know that fire doesn't hurt it.
I have no other bonus.
Good. All right. Okay. It's up to you. You just want to look cool with a flaming sword.
Well, yeah, I mean, I literally have no other bonus action.
Okay.
I won't bother using Green Flame Blade.
Okay. What was it to hit?
Is there any? 19.
19 just hits.
I'm guessing it's no point doing the 2d6 fire damage.
There's absolutely no point whatsoever.
Alright, just the one then. And that's gonna be 5 damage.
Okay. So, you do the 5 damage to it, and as you strike and slash through the comet, for a moment, all the energy that it encompassed just winks out of existence. And there is a void left in front of you, where the comet was. Until suddenly, all of that energy flares back in all at once, and in a 20-foot radius sphere bursts out. I am gonna need Bobby, Hipley, Stats,
All of
and
us.
Fang, and your arcane cannon to make dexterity saving throws. Ook and Yaz are the only ones who are safe.
Up the.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, we need a 3D
18.
map, please.
I take it we can't take reactions, dodges. No.
You can't take dodge as a reaction, no.
Well, I do have evasion though. So.
Yeah, you've got evasion. What was yours, sorry, Fang?
18.
Okay, pass. Ook.
Oh,
Oh no, Ook's fine. Hipley.
Oh, I'd fail.
Stats.
17.
Pass.
Ooh, nice.
Bobby.
17 also.
Pass. Okay.
Well, that's
so,
alright, so I take no damage. Yay.
because it's dex based, yeah. Okay, give me a second.
GG. GG, Bobby.
The rest of you do still take damage. So, moment.
What type of damage?
Fire.
Oh, it's a shame I'm resistant.
Okay. 11. One. Okay. Hipley, you take 34 points
Jesus fuck.
of fire
Oh,
damage. The remainder of you take 17. What was your arcane cannon's dex save?
Dead. It's dead.
Oh, your arcane cannon's go. Okay, cool.
So I'm guessing I would take 8.
Yes, because you passed and are resistant. So you would take 8
Yeah.
points. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get any like stupid bonuses like rogues for. It's just halved and halved, isn't it? Not halved and negated.
Okay. Fang. Is that the end of your go?
Well, Fang doesn't really want to get close to the next one, so he's just gonna throw the dagger he has at it. Is it within 20 feet? It's probably within 20 feet, isn't it?
I would back away. I would back away.
Well,
It's 4 squares, don't
it's
forget.
4 squares. It's those 4. And there's 1, 2.
I forgot to say my last turn. Newt would have carried on going up to Yaz.
I can back away 1 square then, and then I'll throw my dagger at it. Oh, that's not too bad. 22 to hit.
22 definitely hits.
And it is 5 damage.
Okay. Alright. 5 damage. Cool. Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn.
It now looks hurt. Ook. Now bear with me, Ook.
So, yep.
Roll me an intelligence check.
That's not going to be good. I'm not.
Or an arcana check.
Either or.
Yeah, same. That would be 2.
2? Okay. Well, I mean, you're not quite sure what's going on with Captain Yaz. However, there's not many problems you've ever come across that aren't fixed if you punch them.
Yeah, I was planning on punching something.
Boop, it's on the snoot.
Punch the sheep.
So,
Throw the sheep at the
crazy
comet.
shit. I don't know if you're allowed this, but what I want to do is pick sheep yars up, drop them over the
Yes.
side.
You don't even need to tell me the rest of what you're going to do. You had me at, I want to pick sheep Yaz up.
Drop them over the side,
Drop them
and then
the side.
Of the shit.
off the crow's
Crow's
nest.
nest.
Do I have a sheep? Do I have a sheep stat block just to check it?
You do actually. Give me a second.
Are you resisting the grapple there?
I'll give you your basic.
I'm a sheep, of course. I'm resisting the fucking grapple.
I'll give you your basic stats.
There's a.
Hey,
I've got it in front
involve
of
me
me.
in this.
Okay. Cool. So you're gonna drop him off the side. Where?
Towards stats.
Towards stats.
Yeah, so kind of like on stats head.
Oh,
Okay.
So like literally, so like it's falling.
Oh, a nice soft fucking area to land then.
Like, not on Hipley, but you know.
I got it. I need, because I only want to be fair, right? How high
You want to do this?
a mast would a
down.
crow's nest normally be in
About
feet?
They're a good 30, 40 feet.
Yeah.
2/3 ish.
This damage is going to go through and kill you.
How high up is it? About 24 feet.
No, really?
So I'm right that you would not have been encompassed in any of the radiuses so far. But 24 feet. So what's that? 6 plus 10 feet? So you drop the sheep off the side towards stats.
Going catch to stats.
Unfortunately, catch is not a reaction.
my turn.
No, I don't.
So,
The
yes.
point is to drop yours onto the healer.
At least you won't be going terminal velocity.
No.
Oh, this
Yaz.
is when I put my spiked helm on today as well.
You take 7 points of damage. So that's the 3 hit points from the sheep. Which, as you hit the deck, the sheep kind of explodes in kind of like this puff of wool. And as the wool kind of disappears or magically dissipates, you see Yars there lying prone on the deck. And you've taken then 4 points of damage on your actual stat block.
He's unconscious.
But you are no longer a sheep. Okay. So what would you like to do with the rest of your turn, Ook?
The rest of my turn. So I don't know if that was like full action or not. So what I wanted to do was like quickly dump the sheep off, pay no attention, Olympic dive off the mast.
Okay.
Towards the murder comet.
Okay.
And then like do a round of attack. So I don't know how many you want to let me have given what I've just done with yours.
You can have.
You can have yours for free.
Yeah, you know what? I'll just say it was like interacting with an object. Yeah, go on then.
You kick off yours to do
so
this.
Kick off, like yours gone. Not paying any attention to what happens. I've just yelled catch. Olympic dive towards the murder comet.
Okay.
And I'm gonna hit it 4 times. Twice with my quarterstaff. And twice with unarmed attack, flurry of blows, and each time I'm gonna like say something.
Okay.
There's gonna be turn my captain back to normal.
Not noticing that it's already happened behind your back.
Yeah, exactly.
Did I take any damage from falling sheep?
No. Yars didn't actually hit you. It's fine.
Oh, good. Good.
What the? Captain,
Hey,
what are you doing down there?
Hit the nice soft deck.
Told you, crazy shit.
This is what the
just do
spell
maths.
I think you misread crazy for cruel.
I think the
So I think 3 of them hit a 16,
Misses.
an 18, and a 24.
Its AC is 19.
Okay, 2 of them hit then, because I'll use key points for key fueled attack. So let's say those are the quarterstaff.
Okay.
Take that off. Key point. Key point.
Stas is just vibing on deck.
So that's
Doing the
5. No, yes, 5 points of damage for the first one.
Okay.
9 for the second.
Cool.
And stunning strike.
9 for the second and stunning strike. Wisdom save?
It's a con save.
Con save. Well, it was a natural 20 for a 25.
That'd be a pass then. And that is the end of my game.
Okay, cool. Right. So Gaz, you are prone. What would you like to do?
So, as a bit of a belt and braces, I'm not quite going to get up. I'm just going to reach underneath and touch my chest, and I'm going to cast a 3rd level armor of Agathis on me. And then I'm going to use
Yaz.
Oh god.
As you do so,
oh.
not only do you feel the frost begin to spread from your hand and grow across your entire body, and you can see the cold just freezing the air around your skin. You start to feel your heart beat stronger, harder. You start to feel a new kind of strength in your limbs as you take your hand away from your chest and prepare yourself for whatever may come. And give me a moment. Go. I would like you to refresh your character sheet, please.
Your race is now sheepkin.
Wear sheep.
Let me know of any noticeable change.
Yes.
I see.
Your class is now barbarian.
But you now also get to add on. You now also get to add on your additional. I think it's at your level 15 hit points, temporary hit points for Armor Bagthus.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to get up.
Okay. You're just gonna lay there. Okay.
I don't see the point. And I'm going to use a sorcery spell. Sorry, 2 sorcery points to use quicken spell on a cantrip of Eldritch Blast at the murder.
Nice.
I was going to call it a murder cannon then, but a murder comet.
Murder comet. Yeah, that's
Assuming
fine.
I can see it.
You can absolutely see it. That's fine.
Now.
Okay. You get 2 bolts of energy at your level.
But you're
prone. You need to roll to hit with both.
Mm-hmm.
You are, however, prone, and it is a ranged spell attack. So it is disadvantage. Unless you want to use half your movement to actually just get up.
Nah. I've committed to the bit.
Okay.
I've just been thrown from a mast. I ain't getting up.
Okay.
No, you weren't thrown. A sheep was thrown.
15
Yeah, exactly. Dropped.
for the first one.
15 to hit. Misses,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Misses.
Okay. Whereas you all see these 2 bolts of green eldritch energy just flash past the murder comet. Is that the end of your turn? Yeah?
Having done that, I'm then going to sort of go prone.
Go to get up.
Realise I don't feel as bad as I thought I
Okay.
was.
Hmm?
And then I'm going to stand up a little bit more confidently than you'd expect somebody who just fell 25 fucking feet onto their face.
So you half your movement to get up. You've still got 15 feet of movement. Going to move
onto
away.
their fluff. Come on. You might want to.
I was a sheep.
To be fair, he was a sheep. He has absolutely no idea what occurred while he was a sheep, because it was it was polymorph, and to be fair, he had a sheep's intelligence. He had absolutely no fucking clue what was going on with you with sheep. Didn't know who he was.
Don't get me wrong. Would love to move away.
Yeah.
100%. but I was a sheep, and they are stupid and die very easily, like yours.
The murder comet then is going to
make a wisdom saving throw.
It is going to make a wisdom saving throw. That is going to be a 10.
That is a failure.
Okay. So the murder comet. Stop smiling like that for all eventualities.
Murder firm.
Oh shit. 10, 22 points of damage.
Okay. As you see these tiny little statses just massacre this murder comet, those slightly further away kind of duck down because they know what's coming. I'm gonna need stats.
I'm just gonna turn around. I'm cool and don't look at explosions.
Stats, Yaz, and Ook. Please roll me a dexterity save.
I'm just gonna embrace it. Hey, natural 1.
Okay. Yaz? What was it?
7.
7. Okay. And Ook.
For a
11.
total of.
But I have evasion.
You do have evasion. Okay.
I think I was fucking more nimble as a sheep.
Okay.
For a total of 1.
So 6, 11,
I'm just gonna brace myself.
17, 22,
Brace. Oh boy.
27, 31. That is 34 points fire damage as the murder comet explodes.
Someone's got the head armor of Agathis.
And as you see this burst of fiery energy envelop everyone, so you take half then, Ook. So
17, yeah.
Yeah, 17. You take half stat, 17. You take the full 34 points of damage. Yaz. And as the murder comet then dissipates, so does the fiery energy. Everyone, as you blink the corona away from your eyes,
Yeah, maybe it's in.
or at least some of you, maybe
I actually did probably turn around because I knew what was coming.
some of you may be slightly surprised to see Yaz still standing.
I'm still.
Quick, let's get to the cat.
Captain.
I run up to yours and like start patting him down. Like, are you okay? Like looking for injuries.
Just poking.
You're not a sheep anymore.
It's
I
an
knew
Who
for
are
sure
you,
would
and
be a
what have you
sheep.
done with the captain?
Captain Baz, how are you?
Would I know I turned into a sheep?
You knew you just got smaller and couldn't
I
see
would
over the
have
crow's nest.
been saying to you, they turned you into a sheep. You're not a sheep anymore. Like, I knew if I killed it.
You had a moment where you weren't quite sure, but for some
brain
reason,
went-
for a few seconds,
I was
you just
flying.
had this weird out of body experience,
Like,
and you had the most insane thought: "Am I a fucking sheep?"
Your brain went a bit woolly.
I imagine
Oh.
you cough up a ball of wool and Fang's there, just pat you on the shoulder and is like, I know the feeling.
It's okay, bro. It's okay. Happens to us
Back
all.
up a
Oh, we could have made you some yarn.
But yeah, you did for a moment.
Yeah.
Oh, you did for a moment think you were a sheep. But now it appears that you were, as everyone is kind of looking at you like you were a fucking sheep, dude.
Are there any more? Have we...
Sheep? No.
There was just the one sheep.
Comets? Are there any more comets? Are we clear? Are we safe?
Roll a perception check.
I've still got stuff spinning around.
That one. I'm still amused by the sheep.
19.
In bars.
13.
Oh, we all doing it. Oh, okay, that's 22.
No, that's cocked. Oh, I was nearly a natural 20.
I rolled with disadvantage because I was
11.
paying attention to
Okay.
my captain and, monkey grooming. Got a 13.
Beg your pardon?
What was yours, Fang? Sorry,
11.
11. Okay, stats.
Hi.
As you look around, then, the nearest asteroid, even in maybe the few seconds you were actually involved in combat with these murder comets, the nearest asteroid's now hundreds of feet away. It does not appear you have any more company in astral space, at least in the immediate area.
Everything seems to be clear.
Did the murder comets leave anything behind when they died, or did they just...
They did.
A smoking crowd.
Can I look at that first one that landed on the ship then?
Yeah, probably go and have a look at that.
It
Why
has
would they?
now then. Well, as you take a look at it, it has now, probably especially considering it's been engulfed in flame from the death of a murder comet. It has now warmed up, so it is not dangerous to touch. But as you crumble whatever seemingly like ash, or just kind of just grit that it's picked up on its passage through the astral sea,
Tony.
it is an entire ball. Almost perfectly round. Marred only by a few nicks and scratches. It is an entire ball of platinum. It's about the size of your head.
Who's
You tied to.
I know yours is.
What do you want? 1 million gold? Yours.
Wow.
Not saying yours is a big head or anything, but you know. No, it's about the size of your head.
We take it over to our cleric of the forge to see if he can melt it down into ingots.
But I mean, I could probably do something at some point.
You absolutely could. Given with some time, you could probably do something with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only platinum. Its melting point isn't that fucking high.
Give it the stats then.
We could.
Oh, thank you. Is this my payment for killing them?
I get half because I killed the other one.
We could plate your stats.
Oh.
Shiny stats.
Maybe when this is all over. How is everybody feeling? Does anybody need any healing?
Absolutely
Please,
fine.
right, foot to toe.
Hipley, are you sunburnt?
Yeah.
Whiskers are a bit singed, but I'll be fine.
I'm okay, a little bit singed, but I'll be fine.
How's the captain feeling? They took the brunt of one of those. When how yeah.
I think the captain was frozen in place because they still seem to be on their feet.
Do you feel bad?
I'm taking some psychic damage from some of these jokes, but
I'm not doing this to you on purpose. I'm not giving
I'm
them
sure.
more ammo on purpose.
I'm sure I will recover. I have. I feel like I'm probably operating at about half of my potential right now. Considering the fall, and I'm going to look straight at Ook.
I mean, you had the fall and you're involved in an explosion. Well,
can I insight check that? Because Ook
Yeah,
would be worried that he's more injured than he actually is saying.
I am totally insane.
What? Why? What? Because of the amount of times he's almost died.
He fell away by being hit by literally nothing.
As if it's come to this.
It's like my brave captain putting a brave face on the pain that he's feeling.
Come here, Captain. You don't have to lie to us. It's okay. It's okay. Let it out. Yeah, inside check.
I'm so glad that I have such an emotionally responsible crew, but I'm fine.
Well, you say that whilst they're all fussing over you, Fang's trying to see if his dagger survived the explosion.
It did. The leather strapping around the handle did not. But the rest of the dagger is pretty secure. You're gonna need to get the hilt rebound, but apart from that, it should be fine.
I'm sure there's some leather or something I can use on board.
Yeah. What's your insight check?
16.
21.
21 and 16. Okay. Your choice, Yaz. Are you telling the truth as far as you wish to? Are you confused, or are you playing it cool and deceiving them? Roll one of the two dice. You do not have to tell me which.
When you say one of the two dice, what are the choices?
Sorry, persuasion or deception. If you fail, you have to tell me which.
13.
Oh yeah, you failed. Which one did you roll?
Deception.
Okay. As you both kind of take Yaz in, all of your experiences as a crew together, spending time with Yaz, and how well like everyone seems to know each other. There is quite a lot currently that Yaz is hiding. In respect, you get the feeling that they are stunned and possibly a little bit more open to insight checks at the moment. They're holding a lot close to their chest. But in this moment, with regards to their injury, they seem to be deceiving you because they don't want to explain why they don't actually look as badly hurt as you expect them to be.
I will say nothing then and carry on looking after the captain.
But I will be paying closer attention.
Okay.
Newt
cool.
is going to finally catch up with Yaz, land on Yaz's head. And is going to pump a level 2 cure wounds into them.
Oh, nice.
13. Well, that's what I was.
13 back on Yaz. There we go.
Well, that's what I was going to do to both of you, but I won't bother with the captain because that's nearly twice as much as the captain's health anyway. So I'm not paying attention to any of that shit that's going on. But I'll heal you for a level 2 cure wounds, Hipley.
Thank you.
Ooh. And that is 15.
15, nice.
Crux steps out of the captain's cabin.
What did you do that for? Stupid.
At the rear of the ship. Well, now, it would appear. Wow. I think I underestimated a lot of your skills. It would seem that you all have a lot more to offer than you did when we were just shooting the top.
He literally just saw a sheep fall out of his process. I'm sorry.
It would also appear you were selling yourself a little short, too. No offense. He points at you, Stats.
Who?
You, Stats.
Oh, I think I maybe went a little overboard. I expected a comet to be a little tougher than that.
Murder comets are rare in these parts, but not unheard of. There's no one knows really where they came from. It's being proposed that murder comets, in fact, were created by wizards, sorcerers, evil spellcasters, by combining
Sounds about right.
the essences of two different elementals.
That makes sense.
In fact, have never seen one before now. It was quite a sight to behold before you, of course, blew them up aboard my ship.
How is Starbow?
Kind of looks around at the deck, and there are like charred and damaged planks all over the deck. A lot of Starbow's vines and roots have been burnt, desiccated. With, I believe, perhaps a little bit of help from y'all, we can have Starbow tip top before we reach Doomspace tomorrow. If, of course, y'all are completely spent.
Of course I can help.
Rider's Reign, Commodore. Happy to help.
Do you need mending or healing?
Mending should work just fine.
Then I can do that. No problem.
There's
I can
a
assist.
twinkle in his eye now as he kind of looks over you all. And it's not the same twinkle as the first time you saw him, where his eyes were swimming in booze.
Where is our other captain?
Oh, who's below deck?
Of course.
Oh, them pirates and fire don't really mix.
Keep that
Good.
in mind.
Good to know.
Y'all,
Grin.
when we sent forces against the Xaryxian Empire, it was rare that we would have one. I suppose you could call them heroes aboard each one of the ships. Someone who could take on a fight like that and walk away from it. To have 6 of them on one ship was unheard of.
On saying that, I will just turn aside out to Yars.
Mhm.
On when you say walk away from that.
Don't you mean 7? Just pointing at Newt.
I apologize. 7. First time in a long time. I think we can win this. We just need to get y'all some ships.
Indeed.
Well,
If the princess is honest in what she says, then maybe we can.
if she's not, we'll just kill her. Anyway, enough of the mushy stuff. Y'all are standing. Y'all are functioning.
Of course.
Get to work.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Lead the way, stats, I'll help with mending.
Hipley will return to the helm, and Hipley will send their senses out to see what on the ship needs attention, and shout up where they should go.
I'll just shout stats. With regards to this, holding up the. Where should I put this? With regards to the giant platinum.
Just stow that in the quarter deck for now. I will see to that once Starbow is repaired.
And where the pirate won't find it.
Oh shit, yeah.
For expedience sake, just in case I forget, because we will forget by next time, right?
Never.
If you melt it down into the ingot form that is used in the astral sea, 5 ingots or 5 pieces per ingot, for example, that size, you will be left with 100 platinum.
Nice.
100 platinum's worth of ingots.
Because I can use Eisen's blessing to craft a non-magical item that must include some metal, a simple or martial weapon, a suit of armor, 10 pieces of ammunition, a set of tools, or another metal object.
Exactly.
So,
You can condense it, break it down into 1,000 golds worth of platinum.
Yeah. Hipley would assist as well in the endeavour.
Okay.
The engineering power couple.
Yeah. Engineers, unite!
With your concerted efforts, then, it is well into what would be considered by you all as nighttime. Approaching midnight and the early hours of the morning. However, an argument does break out, and 2 factions aboard ship are readily identified. One who believes that morning is the time when you wake up, Another who believes that morning is actually any time after midnight. And it's quite a heated argument that goes on for many hours
Days.
as the work is continuing.
Well,
But eventually, you are all left to your own devices to go to sleep. To prepare for the next day and approaching Doomspace.
it is obviously just after midnight.
When you wake up.
It's when you wake up.
I am always awake.
Just after midnight.
This is the spelljamming ship's version of Good night, Jim Bob. It's just after midnight. It's when you wake up. Good night, everyone.
Good morning, everybody.
Shut up.
It's when you wake up. Time is a person construct, and there's no sunrise out in space. You weirdos.
But you can still hear us screaming.
You Toppler. You can hear Toppler walking down the corridor, kind of. Does that mean that if I have a nap, I get like 2 mornings in the same day and 2 night times? Is that what that means?
No, none of that stuff.
What if I have 2 naps? Is that like
I will fireball this entire ship. Go to sleep.
I second his motion. And eventually everyone does nod off.
I just cast silence.
Before I go to sleep,
Mhm.
I'm gonna knock on the door of my quarters and see if the princess is still awake.
See if thieves.
Instead of then what is usual over the past few days, wherein you get a shout from the princess that she does not want any company, but she's very well. Yaz starts counting himself as he tries to go to sleep.
One.
Running past the mirror in my room.
One.
The door to your quarters this time does open. And Princess Sadali, now looking much more comfortable, and much healthier than she did when she first boarded the ship, kind of opens the door and looks at you. Good evening.
Sorry to bother you so late. Is it possible we could maybe have a chat about something?
Of course.
In private.
Of course. Please, this is your quarters. Come in.
Okay. Go in and sit down. One of the chairs where I was in the room. Something happened today that I'm not sure what to take. I don't know much about the astral elves, but I've been in the company of Yars for some time now, and I've seen them in combat, and I've seen how vulnerable they are. Yet today, they I know what it takes to drop them. I've seen it happen many times. Yet today they seem to shrug off damage like I've never seen before. And when I asked them about it, they seemed quite defensive. I don't know. And it seems like they're avoiding talking about it. I don't know if this is a trait that astral elves have, that they can somehow change, or I don't know.
She kind of stares out of the small circular window in the room at the astral sea. And for a moment says nothing. Then she kind of sighs and relaxes a little and turns back towards you. Our culture is not one of sharing. We are taught from a young age to keep our cards close to our chest. One only shares even the smallest part of oneself with someone who is very close.
I am sorry for asking then. It's just...
No, you do not understand. Your friend is familiar to me, though we did not exactly move in the same circles.
I
I do not know much about his family, though I have met his father. They are not a family prone to sharing, especially when it comes to matters of power or things that are better left hidden until they are useful. I am sure, though, having watched you all together these past few days, how close you are, your relationship, that there is probably a very good reason that your friend has not shared this information with you yet. But I do not think it is dangerous to you.
That is all the that I was looking for. I just didn't want to know if anyone else was in danger from this.
We are not a dangerous people, contrary to evidence that you have seen. However, there are those of us who do dangerous things. I do not think you have anything to fear from your friend.
That's reassuring. And thank you.
My pleasure.
I also can be reassured that about you as well.
I would.
You've had plenty of time to have done something if you were going to.
As I said, it takes time for my people to open up to anyone. Which is why I would ask, if you do not mind, if you would stay this evening. I have many questions about your world and you.
That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Yeah.
It starts slow, the conversation, but eventually gets much, much more comfortable. And she is a sponge for knowledge. She just asks constant questions about like how many lands, how many different kingdoms there are, what are the rulers like, what are the people like, what
Fucking
kind of
espionage,
what kind of great beasts and aberrations live on the land and in the sea, and seeing no malice in what she's asking. You spend the late hours of the night, early hours of the morning, or the rest of the night, dependent on the rest of the argument that's going on in the ship, discussing what Tyrell was like. It is then the next morning that you all wake, and As you are called up onto deck by Crux, you can sense, even before you step out onto deck, a darkening in the astral sea around you. The light not quite as bright. And almost in reverse now, you see in front of you that huge, dark sphere of the edge of a wild space territory. This time, though, as you slowly begin to make your way in, the silvery haze thins. You enter a system of utter darkness. The ship begins to glide between colossal fragments of smoky grey crystal, remnants of the broken outer shell of this wild space system, fantastic in proportions. Everything around you is as silent and lifeless as a graveyard. Doomspace giving brand new meaning to the phrase dead of night.
Morning.
Speeding through.
Turned out the lights.
Speeding through the darkness, the labyrinth of crystal shards, you eventually, after what feels like days of travel, you sleep. Again, oh, by the way, you can all have a long rest. You sleep at least twice in your journey through these giant crystal shards until before you catch sight of a yawning black vortex lined in dim light.
I yawned a few times.
So you see, far off into the distance, many thousands of miles away, a giant yawning black hole.
Oh shit.
It is lined in dim light. It seems to pulse with this kind of dim light. But it is dim and it is still bright enough to light up the astral bodies that revolve around it slowly. This time, not like in realm space, not in orbit. You can see that these astral bodies, even from this distance, appear to be getting closer and closer as time goes on to the black hole in the center of Doomspace. Crux kind of steps up next to you all. The Eye of Doom. It's the only part of Doomspace I've really heard tell about. Swirling lightless vortex, slowly pulling the systems, planets, moons, crystal shards into it. Doomspace ain't gonna last very long. I think it's already lost 4 planets. Whatever's left, gonna have to be evacuated in the next decade at the latest. Who's got the orrery?
The better.
Turn it on. As the orrery powers up, then, you see a perfect representation of the system you can see in front of you, just displayed in miniature. And it begins to show you then, in your own respective languages, as the magic just beams to your mind, the names of all of the remaining planets and astral bodies as they go. There are 3 that are quite close to the Eye of Doom, and then there's quite a large collection of planets all in what appear to be the same sector of space, planets and moons. As you look at them all, There.
Where?
And Crux points at one of the largest outer moons. And above that, you all see the moon's name translated to mean Arun. Arun looks to be about just 7 days away.
Oh my.
With luck, that's where we'll find my old comrade Warwick.
Luck. Apparently I've given the ship bad luck.
Not even a Chingwa will come in here.
Okay, never mind.
Warwick's mission here is to create unity out of chaos, and knowing him, he's doing a bang-up job. Helmsman, not of course.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That way.
So, Commodore, what can we find out here then?
Doomspace is home to a collection of refugees. There'll be thousands of different people, many different races. Once upon a time, many of the planets and moons here were populated, covered in cities. It was a bustling system of trade. Now, well, no one knows exactly what happened to Doomspace. The myth, if you can believe it, is thousands of years ago. A war between gods and primordials ended with all gods being banished from Doomspace. After the war, the primordials then encased the system in a crystal sphere to keep the gods away. It's what happened next isn't known for fact, but speculation abounds. Some say the gods appeared before the leaders of Farine and Malaz and demanded to be worshipped. When they were rebuked, the gods vented their fury by collapsing the sun, leaving behind a spiraling vortex called the Eye of Doom. Those who deny the existence of gods refute these claims and turn to ancient myths for explanation. Perhaps the angry sun was slain by a primordial foe taking the form of a comet. Or perhaps the sun was the shell of a great dragon's egg that finally hatched. The so-called Eye of Doom is the hatchling's hungry maw. Or perhaps, and he stares at Princess Sadali as she steps up on deck. Perhaps before long, if we're not successful, there'll be a second Doomspace in the Astral Sea.
Or maybe if we are successful.
Perhaps. Come on. Get to it. Don't know what we're gonna find in Doomspace. Keep your eyes peeled.
Well, whatever it is, I hope it doesn't find us.
If you say so.
It is then, over the next 7 days, taking watch, never feeling the tension or anxiety leaving you, as cast out of nowhere, crystal shards from the outer shell suddenly rocket from position straight towards the Eye of Doom in the center of the system. With you all calling out dangers, and you, Hipley, using every waking moment to use all of your skill to avoid them. It is then almost a welcome respite when 7 days later, the large brown-green ball of Arun begins to get closer and closer. As you approach the moon, you can see flashes of light, even on the surface of Arun. You can see them even from orbit. And as the ship begins to descend toward the moon, you see a wasteland dotted with giant pillars of rock. The flashes of light you saw earlier from orbit were arcs of lightning that leap from pillar to pillar. The closer and closer you get to the surface of the moon, with the ship starts to head down towards a plateau, and you start to take in details and realize that the pillars of rock, or at least the one you're heading towards, is over 100 feet tall. It's a mile wide. And the top of it is covered in jungle foliage. Crux kind of steps amongst you once more as you get closer. The ship ain't gonna be able to land safely. There's too much jungle, not enough clear space. Hipley.
Mm-hmm.
You going down with your crew? Or you staying up here?
Will Topola be staying aboard?
Topola can stay and take over your duties on the hill.
If you don't mind, Commodore, I'd like to see my...
Of course. Topola, keep the ship hovering above the treetops. Mr. Flinch, drop the ladder. And as you relinquish command, and Topola then guides the ship, you can see Mr. Flinch throwing a very long, rolled up kind of rope ladder over the side of the ship to dangle down. And it extends 50 feet down through the trees to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Just
You can
fall,
see-
Captain, you'll be fine.
You can see the jungle below is alive with the sounds of wildlife. So, who's going to join me on the away team?
Bang's already climbing over.
I will, of course, Commodore,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
as it is morning.
Okay.
You're right, it is.
As you all then make your way down the ladder,
Make it away.
I'm just flying.
and once all of you
Floating.
finally
Yeah.
then set foot on the ground below, a resounding shot rings out through the jungle, sending small skittering species of rodent running through the bushes and birds flying everywhere.
I instantly get my back up against the nearest tree.
A few seconds
Sword
later,
activated.
a uniformed GIF bursts through the foliage with a musket in one hand and a look of panic on his face. Bonjour, monsieur. Apologies in advance, no? And he shouts and makes his way straight past you all to the rope ladder and starts climbing it. Pellets of radiant light begin to fly through the air, narrowly missing you, as several starfish-like plant creatures creep out of the jungle and advance threateningly.
What?
Warwick calls down from above. I do not know about you, mes amis, but it don't look like they're going to be joining the coalition, no? And we're going to leave it there. As you found Warwick,
Fireball.
and have immediately been presented with another
I was about to roll.
unfortunate encounter. But we are going to leave it there.
It was a good roll for initiative as well. God damn it!
Try and remember for next time.
I'll just leave the die right where it is.
That's going to work. But yes,
20.
Yeah.
Oh, I've missed D&D. I've missed playing D&D so much. I haven't had enough D&D as recently. I would say I've missed you guys. I've missed you, Ian. I've missed you, Nick.
Well, thank you.
Sparky and Tom and Biggie and Tony, I speak to every night of the week.
Daily.
Join
Like
our
us.
Discord calls
Yep,
now.
we get it. Yep.
I don't have time to miss you, Tony. I don't get given a chance.
Well,
I'm cool
you
with
will
it.
lurk in-
I'm cool with it, right? That's what I'm saying. It's
We'll
okay.
lurk in an open channel, won't you?
Yes, exactly. The reason we look at an open channel, but most of the time, the reason we look at an open channel is because we like to chat with like-minded nerds and play games together. And that is, again, something that you can do too. If you join our Discord,
Oh, yes.
join our communities, please click on the links in chat. Join all of our communities, our Facebooks, all of our socials. Jump on our YouTubes. Watch the actual thousands of hours we currently have of tabletop role-playing content. And because I watched it again the other day, everyone, if you haven't already, needs to go to Dice of the Holders YouTube and look at our one-shot and watch the Christmas one-shot that Amelia DM'd. Because it was amazing and wonderful, and she made the entire dungeon out of gingerbread. She made the entire dungeon out of gingerbread. She made a gelatinous cube out of jelly.
Nice.
She made snow golems out of marshmallows and sweets. It was awesome.
I know where I'm going for Christmas.
What's the vampire captain called again?
Grimzod Garganhale.
Does he look like this?
Gargamel.
No.
Does he look like this?
No, he's not a.
Sure?
He's not a faulty vampire.
Garglehale.
Garganhale. Garganhale.
That's what
Grimzod. Garganhale.
he created he created Smurfette.
Dagon heel.
But yes, thank
Oh,
you.
I forgot about that piece of lore from that. Sorry, go on.
Thank you, as always, for those who have watched. Thank you to those who will watch. Please join us. I believe, as far as I'm aware, everyone's still up for it. Things may change, but if they don't, please join us tomorrow evening for the episode 2 of our once a month Dungeon in a Box campaign. Where I take a couple of veterans, a couple of newbies, and AD through a good old-fashioned dungeon crawl. So please join us tomorrow night on the same channel. And barring disaster, we might have Chronicles of Needham back on Sunday. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. I hope we do. But also barring disaster, Tony. Monday, I think, is back this week. Monday, next week.
Monday's there every week. It's just whether you're D&D.
Yeah. Gloria's got enough. Fables Among Titans next Tuesday, and more Spelljammer next Wednesday. I'm off next week, so I'm going to have a lot of fun prepping.
Yeah, so it's Easter.
I'm going to have a lot of fun prepping battle maps for no particular reason whatsoever. I might even get on... What's the one you guys use that AD just got that he's going to give me the login details for?
Foundry.
That's the one. I might kick off with. I might start using Foundry for a laugh.
Ooh. Yeah, I need to speak to Tom about that, about how to make the server thing work.
Also, if you haven't already, jump over to Humble Bundle for aspiring content creators or aspiring professional voice actors like myself. That'd be nice. Humble Bundle are currently doing an epic background music, license-free music package. There are hundreds and hundreds of tracks available for the low price of £16.05. So pop over to Humble Bundle, epic sound set, all license-free. yeah, I've just downloaded it and I'm having so much fun just listening through them, and I've got lots of ideas for like voice reel demos and TikToks because I feel bad about using Sirenscape to do voice acting recording.
I was going to say, it's okay, Sirenscape. We don't mean you.
No, we don't mean you. We're not going to use it for D&D content. I don't think I'm allowed to use Sirenscape to put on my voice acting demos, but I can use license-free music, right? But yeah, pop over to Humble Bundle because obviously, you know, it helps charity as well. But no, apart from that, take care. Stay safe. We love you guys, and say goodnight, players.
Good night,
Good night,
players.
players.
Good night, players.
Good night, everybody.